I'm here, I'm just late again. My bad, sorry. I swear I'm trying to get better. Just sleepy lately. Excuse me. One more. Also, part of it is I just don't realize how late it is, and then suddenly, boom. Alright, everything's promoted, everything's talked about. Let's actually go play game. Let's go be Burb. Be Burb. Excuse me. Hello, game? You're thinking? Hello, game? Options. Full screen. Why are you not full screen? And in the meantime, I almost forgot. Got a couple new games for Steam today I gotta add before I forget. Add that to backloggery. And add that to backloggery. I'm surprised it doesn't have a subtitle. Huh, what do I know? Unplayed and done. Alright, let's actually get started. New day, January 18th, Tuesday. Trials on Friday. Where did we want to go in order? Chocolate Emporium, I believe, goes last. The Tavern, a tucked away alley, and the Palais de Louvre. We're going to go to the alley first. R&M Associates. Oh, good God, it's the freaking mouse again. No, no, no mouse. I don't like mice. Oh, customers. Hello? Is this the office of Renard Volpes? Ah! It's you two. Mousy, what are you doing here? Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Volpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. I cannot keep doing this voice. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Volpes who chooses which cases to take on. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter. Whatever that means. Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Monsieur, I mean Prince Juan, told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them. These, used train ticket stubs? It looks like two people took a railway trip to Vienna. Ooh, Austria. They were still a power at this time, even if the HRE kind of dissolved. And they were doing the whole war with Prussia thing. Was that before or after 1844? What exactly is the point of this, Mousy?
Prince Juan said they would help with the trial. See the names! See the names!
Gautra Signe. Nicole Signe. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are.
Neither do I, really. Monsieur, Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did.
Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Ticket stubs abandoned to your evidence folder. That's all the people. 35 francs. Ticket stubs. 2 stubs down for a train bound to Vienna. Seats are booked for Gautier and Nicole Signe. Let's go, Sparrow-son. I'm done playing courier.
Good call.
A new day. And a new french fry in my mouth. Num num num, french fries. Good french fries. And back to the Louvre. Falcon and Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place des Carousels, just outside the Louvre. So, which exhibits are we visiting today? All of them. I think we've bothered Monsieur Rubignon enough. Let's move on elsewhere. Rubignon. It looks like the porcupine fellow has left the building. Do you want to ask him something? Nothing in particular. I just want some more details on this Renard Vulpes, but I suppose I'll have to leave it for now. Salé du Tibre. I think we found everything of value here we can possibly find. Let's not loiter. Okay, so where should we go next? This is the only one left. Are we all done here? Not yet, because there's nowhere else to look. Not just yet. Pass me that map. Did I really just waste a day coming here when I found everything? Because I only have so many days. Can always come back later if we've forgotten something. And now it's Thursday. That was a waste. That was a massive waste. I'm undoing that. I did not expect they would waste my time like that. The only office is back here. The only option. The only option is to go back to our office. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together quite nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got one day until the trial. But how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre. Or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. There's something wrong, Sparrow-son. You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized we're both missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we're still not sure the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we push in the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether or not it contains traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrow-son? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not gonna let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you'd say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. You idiot. 45 minutes ago. Sparrow-son! Sparrow-son! Idiot. Doctor, is Sparrow-son okay? That's a big needle. It's a very big needle. Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lowering Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. Dr. Falrat, a doctor who specializes in psychology. That's good to hear. Thanks, doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill. We'll discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you about the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. But it'll be the last thing you'll ever see. So I guess I was supposed to waste time. Okay, fine, I'll accept that. Au revoir, J.J. Falcon. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus a count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Did it work? Ah, Dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Silence. I shouldn't be surprised. There are no words that excuse the heinous act of putting an innocent man on death row. Was it my fault? Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. Oops, wrong actor. Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrow Son. Have you come to berate me too? What? No. I should try to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Trial day. This newly built bridge boasts a magnificent view of the Louvre and offers quick passage across the Seine. Pont d'Arts. Come on, monsieur. Wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I have to find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh. My head. Where am I? The Pont d'Arts. You know, by the Louvre. In Paris. France. Paris. I just fished you out of the Seine. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falcon or something? What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? 21st of January, and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st. 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial! I should have been at the Cour d'Assises 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late. Take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition? That'd be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, monsieur, at least take this before you go. What's this, a dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle. Gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Fountain pen added to your evidence folder. Contains green ink. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one.
Hey, don't call me a fisherman!
It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present?
Such unprofessionalism.
If there is no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king.
Your Honor, may I have a word?
Fine, but make it quick.
I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed and justice will be served.
You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed.
Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict.
Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice.
That's very noble of you. But if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury.
The defense is present, Your Honor.
You're too late, Falcon.
Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice.
Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up and looking like a drowned rat, I have to hold him in contempt of court.
Your Honor. But, Your Honor.
Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred.
It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium.
The King of France? He's here? Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. We are, well, you see...
You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case ended before it even began.
Well, the defense, he was late and,
Oh, pish-posh! France had become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun! Look, I'll say the else to get us started. I swear to speak with hatred and without fear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objection with the king testifying. No, no objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor?
Gah! Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial.
Excellent! Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little. Perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Ah, right. Of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's southern entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle des Timbres with little fanfare. At the Grande Galerie, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and messieurs of the court, well, here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. This is no ordinary testimony. It's testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I'm the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. Oh, for sure, I would too. I am no respecter of royalty, so I have no problem cross-examining the king.
How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve.
Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material.
What do I want to question? Enter through the south entrance. Pass through the... I wish I had the map. That is my big complaint, is that they don't provide the map. Which makes this case so much more difficult. What is it here? What do they want me to do? Pretty sure these are all correct. And if I don't have the map, I can't tell. I think it has to be this one. It's the only one that's... Presented a rose. Your Majesty, you said you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed. He formally introduced himself. I know he's telling the truth, because he called me Senor. Your Majesty, Prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves, because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Herido is not the Prince of Spain! That's not a revelation, Falcon. It isn't? Of course not. We all know the current ruler is Queen Regnant Isabella II, and she has no children. The Heridos are obviously pretenders of the throne. Prince Han's title is probably self-appointed. But his name isn't even Juan Herido. I don't even think the fox is Spanish. So what? So what? That's important! JJ, what's important, this man's accused of committing murder and of conspiring to kill the king. That is what is in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He can be named Juan Herido or Bob Strudy for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th. I suppose that's true. Another question about Prince Juan. I found it curious that Major Howell snatched the rose where he could take it. Why did he do that? The Major's always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given I took the figurative bullet for me, I would say he did his job well. Well, I can't argue with that. Do you have another question about Prince Juan? No. Never mind, I have no more questions about Prince Juan. Dang it! I need the map! I am tempted to go online and Google the map because the fact that the map is missing is seriously frustrating for lining up the turn of events. Why is that not in the evidence? Ticket stubs for Vienna, the fountain pen was found in the Salé des Tibres. Your Majesty, you said that you passed through the Salé des Tibres uneventfully. Indeed. We stopped briefly to look at the paintings, then moved on to the Grande Galerie. Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salé des Tibres? What I see? Well, Roman stuff, mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encouraging anything of interest. I have reason to believe this is a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you have to proceed, your majesty. Alright, let me think. So there was that giant doorstop, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, your majesty. I think the prosecution is startled, because just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, your majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Can you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or late 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Signet? Signet? That sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signet. I see, this is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Signet gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're certain that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial.
Circumcision by terror feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute. But you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume the swan merely offering a gift rather than speculating she is a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why I ought to end this trial? Hold on, I have due evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that's significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it! Well, I can't. It's not only the evidence folder cup of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why do you get all suddenly go quiet? Well, your majesty appears the defense have realization of his own. That is, he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue without his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I have the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop with yourself a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think the trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You pick your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I'm pleased justice has been thoroughly served. Until next time assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection. Sorry. I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep. The doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poisons passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would testify on that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note. See? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The content of the note could turn the entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served. I swear, you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. That's the rabbit. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpetre Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshoot, aka wolf's bane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falrat. You idiot! You didn't even read the note before you began? Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome! Wait, did you say the king is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? Be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that a little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note, signed by a medical professional, definitively proving the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We can nitpick the details or delve in the doctor's credentials, but I fear it'd be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. Gah! So then, what the hell do we do now? Nothing, Your Honor. The poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. Was the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where's the empiricism that's required by any good court of law? Witnesses who could back up your claims. Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Is it the swan? Hello. You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to this case. But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness. Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him in his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signet, so she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signet is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to? Agreeing to chicken nugget in mouth. I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signet as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not convict Mademoiselle Signet. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred, without fear, to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signet, and I am a flower seller. Gautier and Nicole Signet. So she wasn't there, or that's not quite her full name. Mademoiselle Signet, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle des Timbres, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshoot, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before. People will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something! Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur. The game is chugging suddenly. I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt, and nobody else's. Intriguing, pretty convincing. You gain a little favor at the game! You could be a little more respectful than that. Well, defense. It looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up? No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan. And you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has admitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. I will shut you up. I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. Tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my own volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me. A man assumed I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man,
And he offered me that when I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. There shouldn't be an and there. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I oblige, because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute, desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although, admittedly, this first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They always prove to be set fabrications, born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Signe, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You said the judge lent you money. Then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. Contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said I had to repay him. Heh, how convenient. Of course this supposed contract doesn't exist. Is there a Judge Remus? Not yet, but give it time, I'm sure. To be fair, this also could be after Romulus killed Remus. You never know. But given the amount of historical references this game's already made, I would not be surprised if Romulus has a brother named Remus. The Mademoiselle has no proof, because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signe? Do we? That maybe. A link? Of course! Members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Signe in the past. I know this because, at this very moment, I am holding a key piece of evidence that links young Romulus directly to the crime scene. Is it this? None of this has to do with Romulus. This isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't it. The only is this. I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus. That much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. I have to find a link between the judge and the crime scene. What are you waiting for, defense? Show us the supposed evidence of my meddling. So it's not that. Oh, so first one got something wrong, and I guess getting things wrong is a slap on the wrist. Fine. Everyone, take a look at this. This item ties the judge directly to the scene of the crime. You're going to have to elaborate, JJ. How exactly does it do that? Oh, I'm not sure. Useless. You're wasting everyone's time, defense. They're stalling. What a buffoon. You lost a little favor with the jury. I know I have something. Something that proves that that's the thing is I don't see anything obvious. I feel like I was supposed to have something, and it didn't happen because I went to the wrong place. This is run on Wolf, so it's not this. It's not this. It's not the book. It's not the book. It's not the tickets. We already presented those. I guess it's ought to be this. Nope. So then what's left? Gotta be this.
What? What do I don't have anything that ties. I have nothing.
You've clearly proven, I'm afraid the judge is in the right here. It's obvious you want to exonerate, and that's admirable. But it's obvious you don't have the evidence to support your claims right here and now. Let this go. The client can defend herself in her own trial. So we're in agreement, prosecutor? Are we ready to wrap this up?
We are.
I have no further questions for the defense for Mademoiselle Signe. Then I shall not confess the jury to decide Prince Juan's verdict. Although I suspect this won't take too long. Don't worry, Mademoiselle, we'll get out of this. Won't we, Falcon? Sparrow, son. You're clearly a caring individual, but this outcome is for the best.
How? How the hell is this for the best?
My parents are safe. That's all I wanted.
Your parents? But what about you?
Well, the deliberation was straightforward. With the defendant, Prince Juan Querido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant
not guilty. So was I supposed to flounder? Was that on purpose?
Your Honor, what happened to me?
You? We haven't been formally tried yet. But fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. You may even see the blade of a guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky.
I see.
You look scared, mademoiselle. Don't fret. They sharpen the guillotine blades regularly. Nobody here likes gallows humor? Whatever. Court is adjourned.
I think this is goodbye. Thank you, Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrow's son. You did your best. It can't end like this. This isn't how I wanted things to go, Senor Falcon.
No, me neither.
Mustn't blame ourselves. You made an admirable effort to save everyone.
What good is effort if these are the results I produce?
Tell me, Senor Falcon, do you know why I hired you as my defense lawyer?
I really don't.
I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with philosophy, an ideal. And I stand by that. You're a man with a strong ideal. It's just unrefined, like an unpolished gemstone. I'm sure that, given enough time, your ideal will become refined, and you will live up to your reputable family name. The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that.
He's not talking about... Never mind.
In any case, here's your payment.
I don't deserve this.
Keep it. I dragged you into this. It's only fair that I compensate you for your time. So that was 40 francs. I think it's the last episode of Prince Juan. But feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need any help in this future, Senor Falcon. Huh.
So that's it. I went to the wrong place.
I looked it up quickly. I don't have a specific piece of evidence. Go to Truth's Git Machine. Why do I have a Discord or Teams message right now? I don't need... Present ticket stubs, chrysanthemums, or monk should. So I didn't have any of those. Present receipt, I didn't have that.
Okay, so I straight up did not have the evidence because I went to the wrong place. So because I didn't know where to go, I don't think I like that. I get from a certain perspective, the idea that you can go to the wrong place was present, but both the places left were places I had to visit. I had no idea I wouldn't be able to visit the other one by end of day, and I was punished for it. So obviously the correct answer is I gotta replay the game to get the right ending. Because apparently you can proceed and there are consequences for failure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure if I like that or not. Like, consequences for failure, sure, but the problem is it doesn't feel like I failed. It feels like I took the information I was given, but I couldn't do anything with it. And I'm not sure if I appreciate that that's a possibility, that I can lose because I guessed wrong. I assumed that because I was given 3 days, that was the correct place to go. The real problem is in order to fix it, I would need to go back to before this stage in the trial and then redo the entire second trial phase. I'm not sure I want to do that. Not now. What do you think, Goomba? Should I go do a speed run of the entire trial just to do what I should have done in the first place and assume was correct? What do you think? If I knew that I had little time, would have come back here. Welcome back, messieurs. Have you found decided to sample my fine chocolate? Perhaps you just returned to ask more questions? It's just the question today, I'm afraid. Who bought this piece of chocolate? Let me think. Who do I ask about? And this time, I have an actual name of a person. Have you ever served a hairy wolf in judicial robes named Judge Romulus? Yes, monsieur. Alright, have you ever served... Wait, did you just say yes? Yes, monsieur. A wolf in judicial robes. I did serve a person like that a little while ago. On the 6th of January, to be precise. Did you say or do anything suspicious? Not that I can recall, monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow. Big toothy grin. My other problem. He said I have evidence to tie them to the wolf when he didn't have the evidence. They didn't account for you not having it. Which either implies there was an oversight in the game where they just forgot to program that in for you to not have it, which they shouldn't have even asked me. They shouldn't have asked me if I had the evidence. It should have just been a fail and I can't proceed. The fact that he said I have this evidence implies they would assume you would have done this, but with the way they program the game, it is possible to miss, but they failed to account for that. I don't feel bad doing this. That being said, I'm a speedrun that trial. Not that I can recall, monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow. Big toothy grin. About 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with a custom filling. A custom filling? Some type of caramel. He provided it himself, although he unfortunately not big enough for me to sample. Hehe. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, we shouldn't make assumptions. It may just mean this judge liked to eat chocolate. But if the judge's purchase related to the wrapper at the crime scene, then... Monsieur Hagelslack, you could get a copy of Judge Romulus's receipt. I can do one better, monsieur. I have the original right here. I keep them for tax purposes, you understand. It is okay for us to take it, monsieur? Absolutely. Memorizing the receipt's contents is trivial, after all. There we go. The evidence we needed. We look at this thing. Judge Romulus signed it in green ink. That's how they knew it was his pen! The game failed to account for the fact that we can miss this scene. This is missable. And yet the game failed to account for the fact that we could totally have missed this, and as a result, they were still talking as if we had the evidence we did not have, and then they blamed me for not having it.
when I simply chose to go someplace else. In my opinion, the Louvre should have outright not cost a day, given that I went there and I gained nothing from it. I should not have lost an entire day going there, given that you could go to other places and not lose time because nothing's left. Why was the Louvre available as an option if there was nothing left to do there? Alright, I'm done venting. You guys get the idea. I think that's bad game design. I think that is bad game design. If the rules are unclear. Also the typos, but that I can forgive. Occasional typos I can forgive. But I think it is bad game design to make it so that by no fault of my own, because again, the Louvre, because it counted as a day, I assumed it was an... I've filled it enough. I've ranted enough. Let's move on. Green ink. I knew Judge Remus was shady, but only truly villainous people write in green. Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Hagelslack. You've been enormously helpful. I'm glad to be of service. I wish you the best of luck with your case, messieurs. And now, January 19th. Or January 20th, sorry. Go to the offices. Speedrun! Let's see, have any appropriate music for speedrunning? Do I have any? Let's see. Ooh, let's see here. That's not very speed ready. There we go. Do. I'll also put it this way. I'm not sure I really want to go through the entire game again just to get to one scene to see what's different. Especially for a visual novel text-based game, I'm not sure that I want to go through the entire thing again just to get the answer right this time. Oopsies. So I get for skipping through. Click down here, there's no chance of me selecting anything by accident. And now I'm wondering... For the first case... Was it possible? Was that one guaranteed? So, okay, the first case is guaranteed to fail. There's no way to... Like, you're guaranteed to get the wrong person arrested in the first case, it looks like. I stand back. Before I said my biggest problem with this game is it feels a little too easy. I'd say it's too easy except when you just don't have the evidence, in which case it ends up being impossible, obviously. Key piece of evidence. Alright, turn the music off. It's a good song, but now we're at the part where we're supposed to be. Chocolate receipts, sold to Judge Romulus, signed in green ink. I think you should take a look at this, Severin. Me? You don't trust it in the judge's hands? What? What is that? What does that piece of paper say? This is for a box of chocolates from Lender Hagelslack's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, made out to a man named Romulus? The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. Chocolates happen to have been the same brand and flavor as the ones used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It only suggests the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the Mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. This receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What do you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove I was the one who signed that receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents for your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents. Heh, that'd be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have, in my possession, proof the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. The freaking pen. Oh, but first things first. I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Oh yeah, that's mine. Thanks. I'm looking for that thing everywhere. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside the Salpêtrière Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the Seine. Oh, so that's why you smell a fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. The fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see may have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. And as we all know, only baddies write in green. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it? Taking a look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink. It certainly is quite a coincidence. No, there is no more room for coincidence. There is no more doubt. There's only one narrative that can tie the strictest string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. The custom filling contained poison originating from flowers of Mademoiselle Signe, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged that debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer and took the fall for Mademoiselle Signe instead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley, and when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Signe to take the full responsibility for the crime. This is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it!
The fact that I wasn't going to be able to do that is a crime. I still enjoy this game, but oh boy. Also, the evidence said something about getting... present ticket stubs, chrysanthemums, or monk shoed. I don't have either of those. Where would I have gotten them? Earn. Drinking room, ask about the boar. Okay. Still not a bad game, but I questioned a few decisions it makes. We'll see if it holds up. Fine, I do admit it. I did. I burned some box of chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. But there's not a damn thing any of you can do about it. I'm the one who holds the gavel. I'm the one who passes the sentences. With the snap of my fingers, I can have each and every one of you guillotined at the Palace des Oscillets before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly. I told you to murder a king. Corrupting the court assassin's. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't. I do. Take away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty, you'll see. Revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered. We have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me! Just another ranting lunatic, your majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. Don't get me wrong, I love a good republic, but he was not the man I want leading the republic. We do not need another Napoleon. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the president's judge duties? Well, given the surprising series of revelations that took place, we believe the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Corrido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Are you in our dramatis personae? I can't check. Now I can check. Nope. What? What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear that you are quest. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But as it happens, due process would not follow during this judge session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe most testimony was given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law. What does that mean? He's saying you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. In an alternate timeline, you're executed by nightfall. And yet I'm an accountant. I need to get that stupid book written. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You know, holiday after all this drama? Well, yes. But also I want to get away from here before, before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. It's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you would clear out of here too. And that's one more crime. If I messed up, I wouldn't have had any idea about the revolution, which presumably is a further part of the plot. And it would suck if I had not known about that. I prefer to know what's going on. And if that was dropped on me later, that would have felt kind of out of place, depending. We'll see how this proceeds. Thank you for the concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. Then good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. I've been trying to write books for the last, 6-7 years. I keep having ideas. I keep thinking this could be fun. I get about a chapter or two in, and then I put it down, and I just don't pick it up again. Call it time, call it lack of motivation, call it writing is hard. I've never finished. Not counting fanfictions when I was 14. None of which are publishable. I keep telling myself I'll finish it. I have an idea for one that I don't know. I also got the job starting soon, and there's that, so. And the mice. Stupid mice. I'm not gonna sleep for a while. Hopefully I will. Hopefully they're taken care of. I see. Oh, it's all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle. Don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. So I guess it's just you, me, and the fox. Right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince Juan back to the Aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. I suppose congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way that you did, it was quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped. But you surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimonies are completely invalid? Bullcock. You and I both know this trial has produced an ample valid evidence for Madame Signe to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, I bet you'll still be found guilty of a conspiracy or sexual murder. So why are you holding back? 10, maybe even 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Monsieur Signe. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came in my way. I thought, if the guilty person ends up behind bars or hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I'm noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations, the gaps in the law where even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided to not strive to secure just a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Signe, and she would definitely be convicted. But that would not serve justice. Ouch! Both of these are mean. You're a good lawyer, Cocorico. You? Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. I must congratulate you, Senor Falcone and Senor Sparrowson. Heh. What am I doing? Still using that old accent. I, of course, meant congratulations, Monsieur Falcone and Monsieur Sparrowson. I like the Spanish accent better. It's no big deal. We were just doing our jobs. No, your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in, or not had the evidence but pretended I did because they forgot to account for it. Oh, but I forgot. Your payment. Thank you, Monsieur Volpes. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. Still made the same amount of money. God damn it. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Volpes, before you go, something's been bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? Surely there are more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh, more reputable than the Falcon that stands before me. Yeah. Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Monsieur Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Volpes. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That is fair. We shouldn't be fixing it in the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future's where our potential lies. That's where we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say the wolf is right. A revolution is coming, one way or another. Listen, Monsieur Falcon. You probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office anytime. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator. It's what I do. We'll bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Volpes. Good day, messieurs. I love how they keep calling him Monsieur Volpes, and he keeps going by Prince Juan in the title. With saves coming, you have a perfect track record. I don't regret it, though. If the game pulls this off again, I will definitely not regret it. If it literally, basically, that was the thing. I was debating, because you remember, back when I did that, when the day was wasted, I said, I'm going to go back and fix it. But, however, the moment that the event happened, I assumed the game intended that. That case would not have been as hard as it was if the game design didn't mean that you could purposely miss things. If it wasn't that you could miss things and not... I had no clue I was missing evidence until I needed it, and it just wasn't there. If the evidence wasn't missable, that case would have been a lot easier. And I feel like that's the game's fault. That being said, there were a few things that were a stretch as well. But if you've watched Ace Attorney, that's kind of how the games work, is that sometimes things are just a stretch and you just accept that. It's why you save scum in those games too. Except in those games, you can't possibly get... There's only one ending. This is trying to go for multiple paths. And while I appreciate that, I don't feel that it always works in a visual novel when 90% of the game is going to still be the same game. I'm going to go get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I was going to ask if you wanted tea or coffee. So I'd say it's not quite hard as much as a stretch. Like, again, it came down to the fact that you had to guess. Which, in Ace Attorney, when you have to guess, that's when the cases are a problem. Which is why, thankfully, they're pretty good about that. This one had a couple of places where I felt like I had to guess to get the answer correct. And that's not great. Do I remember the dry revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder. The 3 glorious days. We'll see how the remaining 2 cases go. I believe there's only 4 cases. And I like the setting, I like the story, I like the characters. I like what it's doing. I think the presentation's phenomenal. The music is light, but when it's there, it's nice. Yeah, the music is great. My only concern is that occasionally the game requires you to guess. Which, again, is a sin that even the original Ace Attorney games these are based on were guilty of on occasion. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear, if I find that moping bird brain at Le Canard Zoyax... Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning, Spa. No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... Where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Ugh, it's far too early for this level of roasting. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way, we got important business, cousin. I can't do that if you're half drunk. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Actually, I'm going to check something quickly. I'm going to double check something quickly. Okay, so case 1, case 2. January 16th, first trial, J1. Oops, inspector, I guess we're fine with that. So case 3 is the length of the other 2 combined, it looks like, because this was only 4 days, and this one was 12, and this one is even longer than both the 2 combined. It's 18, and then I guess case 4 is split into 3 parts for a combined 5, 10, 15, 21 days. Okay, that's not terrible. So I was right 4 cases. I guess that one of the cases is just longer than all the rest. Oh, come on, really? I mean, I can't get too mad. Save at the beginning of the day. That's fair. Can't remember the exact conversation. Something in your mind? Actually, yes. It was what that wolf judge said. About a revolution. Psha, the guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we worried about every potential French Revolution, we would never get any work done, am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh? Oh yeah, the business. A letter! This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. This is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrow Son. You may have the honors. Alright. Ahem. Monsieur Falcon. Meet me in the Rooftop Cafe, opposite the Place de Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Voltaire. That's it. How terse. Voltaire's letter has been added to your evidence folder. I'll admit, Sparrowson's voice definitely changed from last week. I know I was trying to do something with it, and I don't remember what it was. A proposal from the inspector. Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to go meet him and find out? Nope. This is a crime-obsessed nincompoop. I have no intention of listening to anything he has to say. What if the proposal's really good? Like, we have 100 liters of wine that need to be drunk post-haste. Wishful thinking. It's more like he just has some paper-pushing task that we just can't be bothered to do. Can I make a suggestion? Let's go meet the inspector. If he gives us an impossibly good wine gig, then we can graciously accept. And if he offers us a terrible paper-pushing job, then we can reject it to his face. In style. We can tell him to shove it. Yeah, we can be like, shove it, Inspector. Say with me, Falcon. Shove it, Inspector. Shove your lousy paper-pushing job. Louder. Shove it, Inspector. That felt pretty good. Alright, let's go stick it to the inspector in person. Oh, before I forget. I need to drop her at the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill for my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit. But the inspector's call should take priority, I think. A new day. January 25th. Place de Bastille. Falcon, what are you doing? Procrastinating. I know that I should contact the inspector, but it's so much easier to just do nothing. Here's an idea. Why don't we head to La Carnière Joya, grab a bottle of wine, wait for this whole revolution to blow over? For pity's sake, no procrastinating, no drinking. We're going to meet the inspector and drag you by the tail feathers. I had to find out. Oh, I can't even go back there anymore, you cheaty bastards. Cheeky little... Brrr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. Wait, do you think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all three of us? It is hardly unusual for lawyers and police in France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role? Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumor has it the wolf bribed the jailkeeper and then fled for the hills. So he escaped justice. So that way he can appear in future cases whether or not you caught him. So the only consequence of failing the last case is Signe is executed by nightfall, but the wolf escapes either way. Game! You get on my nerves here. Trying my patience. Fun now, but don't threat. Nobody managed to escape the long arm of the law forever. I mean, yeah, they die someday. Speaking of which... Ah, good, you're here. Excuse me, Mr. Important Inspector Voltaire. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool! I was joking! You bitty whelps, I'm not that old! I sustained the injuries while in the July Revolution 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh great, now you've just set him off. We were given the order to charge the rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom, without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. The opening cutscene. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure sitting between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we are here. Oh, right. Of course, why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of natural security. Simple solution, but it would be cool if the story was more divergent. Yep. Basically, the only divergence is how guilty Falcon feels. I'm sure there's like him occasionally referencing, yeah, she died and I feel bad now, and being more drunk. So you can make him more depressed, but otherwise the story continues, yeah. And I feel like especially with even the first case, if there were more options, that would make the story overall more interesting. Because a lot of good visual novels do have multiple endings and pull it off successfully while still having some dialogue in common. Ace Attorney doesn't, and this game is trying to emulate that, but I feel if you're not going to have multiple endings, don't have, like, I don't know. It can work. I'm not going to say don't do that. I'll say that this game handled it a little sloppily. That's what I'll say. This game was a little sloppy in how it handled a little divergence. And then I will stop freaking rambling about it and get on with the game. Good lord. I need to drop it. What I'm about to tell you is to be remained strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipsters. Also, the prince that I choose because your family really have a power history of cases. Yep. Revolutionaries or terrorists? I'm gonna say revolutionaries, but I'm sure if you say terrorists, that's what he wants. Revolutionaries. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. If you help everything perfectly, there should be an alternate line. Well, the thing is, it was mentioned last episode that Falcon has lost 5 cases against Cocorico. So even though you did everything perfectly, he still has a mixed track record. It just wasn't your fault. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. And in fact, if you fail that case, he doesn't go back with... that was the thing, but before we quit, he didn't go back with you to the office. He gave you your money and he left. And he didn't say, I chose you because of your family. He said, I chose you because I thought there was something about you, but I see that it's unrefined. That was his words. So the line is different. He has a different reason. He doesn't mention your family at all. Another thing that you don't get if you don't get it correctly. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get angrier. Indeed, that's why it's paramount that we find a strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations. Find the secret rebel meeting location that escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur. Like the sandwich? What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bit caramel. Throw in some peppers if it's Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and highly notorious, dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's obviously demonstrated after years of tracking? Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. But what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens to get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You wanna know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We are surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guards are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullers who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display of previous trials. Those are the results when I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Caroline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence, interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last 3 months than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Ba-Camel. Oh, Bay-Camel. Bay-Camel, okay. Bay-Camel. Bay-Shamel. Oh, no, Bay-Shamel? Che? Che or Shay? Frankly, you did more investigative work in the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Caroline, it doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's Che Guevara or Que Guevara. That doesn't help. I don't speak the other languages very well. Excuse me. Shay, okay. Bechamel. Bechamel. Okay. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is none of your job description. Yeah. I need to wait a moment. I need to calm down. Sorry. I don't mean to be laughing at you. It's just the example you use, like, I don't know that either. That's why I do these things. It's fun. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us strike down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? The fact that they let me say no. I don't think so. Sorry, Inspector. Come now, Falcon. Let's not make hasty decisions. What would it take for you to change your mind? I'm a private attorney, Inspector. Severance paid by the state, but I am not. I'm happy to collaborate with the government, but I need some sort of compensation. Ha! Of course. What was I thinking? How does 50 francs up front, 50 more upon completion of your duties sound? That sounds just fine. I'm glad we could come to an agreement. Excellent! Here's your front fee. I probably could have gone otherwise, but I figure that works. That seemed like a reasonable objection, yeah, Severin is paid, but, like, that's true. Severin is an employee of the government, so he's paid a regular fee, and of course he assists. But functionally, the government's coming up to us and saying, hey, we want you to do work free of charge just because you love your country. No. I'm sorry, no. In real life, I would have said the same thing. I'll do your job. I'll do a job, but I need money. I'm not going to go be the government servant free of charge. Not with how much I already pay the government. Not that I think the government has no reason to exist. The government does things correctly. But the moment you start doing things for free for the government, they will want more. That's what it wants. You think? I don't want to keep it any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find these some croque monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I'll check on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel groups, JJ. Suppose it's a competition of sorts. I mean, you're right, but that's what his job. That's why he's. That's the thing is, Cocorico is very motivated because if the government goes away, no one pays his bills, so it's in his best interest. Whereas I was paid up front, so sucks to be him. Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. All but the rebel leaders behind bars were even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrow son. We have a croque monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. Heh, I knew the competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation to croque monsieur too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. What are those two after? Oh, holy crap, there are so many places. Holy crap! Why are there so many? Let's start with all the ones that are free and don't cost a day. Stop dilly-dallying, Falcon. We have the rebel group to find. And let's go to the shops. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The bridge, the hospital, the prison, Baron Rorguel's place, R&M Associates, the tavern, the chocolate shop, the Palace of Justice, the library, and the Louvre. We'll go to Les Halles first. See what I can spend my francs on. Here for some shopping, are we? Or is it interview time? I guess this is a good place to ask about rebel uprisings as anywhere else. Actually, I was thinking of Mademoiselle Signe. I know she's not here now, but the area just reminds me of her. Oh, the flower seller. I think she moved away, Falcon. Didn't she say she was visiting her parents in Vienna? Oh yeah, right. Let's move. We have a lot to do. I can't spend my francs? What's the point of having francs if I can't spend them? Still smells like bleach. I can't wait till that's gone. Anywhere new? I don't think anywhere new. Alright, let's start with the tavern. No drinking. Bad Falcon. Calm down, Sparrow son. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. Technically, it was coffee shops, not taverns. Thank you very much. That's why they shut the coffee shops down, because they felt they fermented revolutionary thought, because the people weren't drunk all the time. Hi, I'm very passionate about history. I'm sorry. And especially the very interesting history of how coffee played a role in shaping thought and oppressing people. Because they forget the part where coffee led to revolutionary thinking because the people had the freedom to not be drunk, but also was responsible for a lot of slave labor, which led to people not being free, so it's kind of a mixed bag. Not to mention, conditions today aren't that great. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, places where they drank alcohol also did this, but coffee was considered especially noteworthy because coffee was where was what the government was actually shutting down. Was the big difference. Was governments like, say, I think France, definitely Prussia. Prussia shut down, like Prussia outlawed coffee because they were worried that coffee led people to want to rebel. Prussia outlawed it for a while, and even had police who would just sniff out coffee, be like, "You drinking coffee? You might be a rebel." And then England had, like, wives groups call for protests because they were afraid of it, etc., etc. Coffee was famous as a drink that was outlawed because it inspired revolutionary thinking, according to the government anyway. Also, the newspapers were a big deal, yes. And newspapers led to information, which let people know what was going on. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Sparrowson, for agreeing with me. Ah, it's you two. Which will be it? Oh, okay, country accent. Ah, it's you too. No, not too fancy. Ah, it's you too. Ah, it's you two. What be a tea? Want a beer? Ah, dang it. Country accent. Where's my country accent? Ah, it's you too.
What will be today, you fine gentlemen? Wine or beer? I'm afraid just questions for now, Mademoiselle Cornell. Looking for a man called the Croque Monsieur. Have you seen him? No, that name don't sound familiar at all to me. Okay, have you heard of any of your patrons badmouthing the government? Of course, this is a tavern, hon. People can hear grope and talk about politics. Where else could they go? That's true. But has anyone stood out? Well, just between you and me, the pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying they are or aren't rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madame. Let's see, where to go? Card room. Ah, the big fellow has returned. Here to play some cards, monsieur. Yes. Deal me in, monsieur. Very well then, you know how to play? Of course. I've been playing for years. Yeah, right, don't get cocky, Falcon. Let's go play the game that I don't like, because I gotta do it at least once per stream. That's the rule. If there's a gambling game, I gotta do it once. Especially now that we learned that the game cheats and there are cards that shouldn't exist. Ugh, that's not good. There we go. 20. He's gotta literally get a 21 to win. I hate you. No, I'm done. That is the third time in a row that the AI has gotten a 21. I call BS. Oh, of course the owner's biased. Of course. Anyone who doesn't buy enough at the place is obviously... Well, even... Here's the thing. Make an they're not rebels, maybe, but make an example out of them and everyone will know. Gotta buy the beverages. Also, good God. That 3 times in a row, the AI's gotten a 21. I call BS. And that's when Mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea where she's going to keep them, though. Piero, no she keeps being called Mademoiselle. You're going to get stuck with guard duty again. Alright, you are. The Madame it is, then. Wait, she ain't married, is she? So what if you call her Madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way. She would eat me alive if I asked that directly. Wait, hush up. Do you smell that? Smells like... eavesdroppers. Can I help you, messieurs? What were you two talking about before we were rudely interrupted? Heh. Well, I would like to include you in a conversation. But to be perfectly honest, I don't think that's any of your business. Yeah, Pazak at least has the advantage if I can cheat in that game by getting better cards. And there's at least a little strategy of using the up and down so you have a little bit more control. With straight up blackjack is like, As a matter of fact, it is our business. You see, we want to fight alongside the rebels. We do? Listen here, you. Hold on, Piero. Let me handle this. Listen, messieurs, I've seen you around a couple of times. We are acquaintances, I suppose. Don't know who you are, but know your line of work involves a fair amount of investigation. Therefore, I must assume that you're some sort of detective or prosecutor. Am I far off the mark? Well, as I thought. Not claiming you're part of a secret rebel alliance. I've never heard of such a thing. But if I remember any such hypothetical group, I would not allow an empty law of the man like yourself. Understood? Damn, that's a solid shutdown. Yeah, I'll tell you something else. Have you heard of a man called... Falcon, wait! There's such things as might be rebels, right? Say it directly, they might be scared off. Good point. I'll try to keep it subtle. Where'd you get the rifle? Where'd you get the swanky hat? Tell me everything. Monsieur, where did you get that swanky hat? This old thing? Just a regular cap I bought from... Oh man, someone finally noticed me awesome hat! I waited years for someone to notice it! Look at this thing! Who's a pretty Polly? I'm the prettiest Polly! Anyways, I bought it from Mademoiselle in Los Angeles. I think the shops were called Rue Odds and Ends or some such. Fantastic, thank you, monsieur. Nice, Falcon. Now you can buy a swanky hat too. Good God!
But we're no closer to destroy the croc monsieur. Oh, right. Monsieur, I see you're carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Ah, good question. See, most times around here carrying old French Charlevales, but this beauty is something special. See? It's American from the Springfield Armory, model 1812. Percussion lock firing mechanism. An American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. Must have been hard to procure. It's true they can't buy because of quality from standard street sellers, but if you know the right people... Please, go on. Well... Okay, listen carefully. You can hear it from me, that to be the croque monsieur... Actually, before I should explain in public. It'd be much easier if you just take this. Right, they were a weapons... I forgot, the croque monsieur is specifically a weapon salesman. That's on me, that's my fault. The Book of Judges? What is this, some sort of law book? Book's certainly not important. Just take it. Oh, I see, it's the Book of Judges from the Bible. Old Testament stories of God's smutty people and stuff. Appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. Then why are you... Just take it, you idiot! Bible books are what we use to pass some code phrases, don't we? Code phrases? Piero, please, I'm trying to be low-key and I can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours. Right you are! Try to forget what my friend said. Just... With a little searching in the context of a good book, you should be able to get to what you desire. Is that a religious metaphor? No, monsieur. I'm being very literal. The Book of Judges has been added to your evidence folder. So we have Voltaire's letter and we have the Book of Judges. Can we examine? No, wrong game. Do we have anything new on our buddies? Gun nerd, big mouth, big hat, and big attitude. Okay. Fontaine and Piero. Well, thank you very much for the gift, monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how that's supposed to lead me to our gun salesman. Ah, I see. We had an excellent fire who performs Bible readings at Notre Dame Cathedral. But if you show them on your new book, you'll be able to find a particularly spiritual passage. Are you sure this isn't all a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me. Book of Judges is pretty on the nose. Oh, for sure. I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, monsieur. Friar Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make a note. Something else you wanted? Thank you for your assistance, monsieurs. It's nothing. Get out of here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need with the croque monsieur and get out of pass. That's what a smart person would do. Push the advice, monsieur. But as we already established, we are not smart people. We are ready to hit the road. Yep, let's make a mood. That was productive. Tavern was the right choice to go first. And now we have even more places to go. Goody. And we can head back there, but it'll cost a day. Let's go to the library. Notre Dame feels like it'll actually advance the plot. Time to hit the books, am I right? If you're looking for croque monsieur recipes, I guess it'll be in the cooking section. We aren't here for recipes, Sparrow son. Librarian fellow seems pretty intelligent. If there's something we overlooked, he would know. Would you mind lowering your voices? You're disturbing me during my daily crossword. Oh, I should have known. It's the two harlequins. It's good to see you too, monsieur. We have some questions. Of course you do. Fine, let's get this over with so I can get back to my puzzle. What can you tell us about an uprising? An uprising? Which you cannot be more specific. A Paris uprising. You two cannot be serious. You want me to talk about every rebellion, revolution, and revolt that Paris has ever been through? To be fair, he's right. That's not exactly narrowing it down. Paris kind of has been through a lot by this point in history. What was 1848 or 1844? Either way. Rebellion's kind of the name of the game. We would be here all night. What about uprising hasn't happened yet? A future uprising? I read the newspapers, messieurs. The government tries to strangle the media, but truth shines through the gaps of censorship. The citizen consent for its current leaders is blatant. A future revolt is a very real possibility. That's all I know. I see. Asking something else. Have you ever heard of the croque monsieur? A sandwich? Of course I've heard of it. No, I mean a person with that name. No, that doesn't ring any bells. I'm familiar with the Earl of Sandwich, if that is any help. You're funny. Wait, you can become an Earl of Food now? I'm in the wrong profession. Never mind, we'll try something else. Clearly we're working up the wrong tree. Thank you for your time anyway, monsieur. Bid you good day. Okay, that was a dead end. What a view! You can see the dry column so clearly from up here. Ah, Cocorico, you're already here. You have news about the croc, monsieur? Or is this about the other matter? Here you go. As requested, the full register of those who entered Paris Law School, the full list of graduates. Very good. Let's take a look. Now, can you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for? This list of graduates. Do you see any names you recognize? Well, I see my own, class of 1837. And I see that moronic prosecutor, Rupert Rubbington, under the class of 1846. Oh, and there's J.J. Falcon name under the class of 1832. Very good. Take a look at this register page from 1829. See anything amiss? Well, I don't see JJ's name, but I'm not quite sure what that implies, Inspector. Explanation is simple. J.J. Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832. Right around the time of the July Revolution. And why would he do that? Why, indeed. Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. But Falcon, he's a bird of prey. It is very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubt that when pressure rises, he will show his true colors. I'm not sure that I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JJ was a buffoon, an imbecile, and a troglodyte, but I've never described him as a person of malice. Time will tell. Do you need me for anything else, Inspector? Or should I continue my investigation into the croque monsieur? There is one more thing. Take this. A pistol? No thank you, Inspector. These are dangerous times. If you face a violent threat, you don't have to defend yourself with that running crop of yours. I'm well aware. I just find these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide. Fine, I'll keep a hold of it. Well, Mr. Cocorico, you've been most helpful. I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. Special event. Okay, so it looks like when things are a waste of time, they then mark them as a waste of time, but not until. Let's go to Arnhem. I'm sure he knows something. Well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson. I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch our guest some tea? Of course, Monsieur Birbs, of course. But serious, what type of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe? I think we're gonna say hi. Hi! Welcome to Animal Game. I'm supposed to have any coffee, do you? Here's heresy. Now, Mousy. If our guests prefer coffee to tea, that's not for us to judge. I suppose they want milk and sugar, too. Oh, the art style is great. The presentation of this game is top-notch. The history is pretty good, and the characters are fun. My only complaint is with the gameplay. And it's not bad. I feel like it's too easy to miss things. If it wasn't for that, I'd say this is a phenomenal game. As it is, it's still a good game. Oh, yes, 3 spoonfuls would be lovely. No taste at all. I apologize for Mousy. He's quite opinionated when it comes to matters of hot drinks. Can't blame him. It's an important issue. Sparrowson! Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Monsieur Birbs, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course, these days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about the dissenters specifically? Do you know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps it was something else. Have you ever heard of a person called the Croc, monsieur? No, I'm talking about the sandwich, unfortunately. The Croc, monsieur. Are you referring to the black market salesman? The man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. Then, do you have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the Croc Monsieur face to face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody, after all. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days, and I'll tell you where and when you can find the Croc Monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Volps. Of course, there is a price. A price? There's a small fee. A mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved you a derriere with the Prince Juan business. Does anyone show your gratitude? Monsieur Volps, you understand there's no personal errand. I'm working on behalf of the king and country. I'm sure you consider noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I am running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs, and I guarantee I'll find you the Croc Monsieur. It's my final offer. We have the money. We do. But we do technically have something. Here you go, monsieur. Very good. As I promised. Return in 3 days or later, and I'll tell you where the Croc Monsieur can be found. Rest assured I want to take my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. It is my pleasure. Anything else you wanted to ask? That's all. Have a pleasant day, Monsieur Volps. As to you, messieurs. The tea's ready, Monsieur Volps. It's ready. Afraid you're too slow, Marcy. Oh, bother. I love how he doesn't accommodate for there being coffee. He just assumes tea. So it's free for now, but I'm sure it won't be later. We're gonna go to the hospital because we're supposed to go there and pay them back. There he is, Sparrowson. Go ahead, say what you need to say. Excuse me, Dr. Fallret? I just want to say thank you, giving me an antidote and making me well and stuff. It's no trouble at all. Sparrow's son, wasn't it? Of course, there's the small matter of the debt. Right. Let's see. 1 hospital bed. 1 dose of specialized antidote. Expert medical care from the attending physician. Total comes to 500 francs. Falcon? Can I get an advance in this month's pay? And next month's? And maybe the month after's? Calm down, Sparrow. I'm sure that's a reasonable, man. You surely have to pay in installments. Of course, of course. Also, I love how excessive, exorbitant medical payments are still in this time period. Oh, thank goodness. With my current wages, I should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century. Hey, your pay isn't that bad. Now, there's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. You messieurs are lawyers, yes. If you do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the deal down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind? Debt collection. That actually sounds quite fun. It'll be a nice change from this Croc Monsieur nonsense. Yes, give us the details, Doctor. There is a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts at collecting his bill ever since. I wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor. He can easily afford to affront the bill. I would greatly appreciate if you pay him a visit and strong arm him into listening his first trip. What the hell is this game? Well, I'm not getting any promises. We can swing by the inventor's house if we have a minute. Thanks, Falcon. And thank you, Doctor. We'll dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment. So there's just a ton of ways to waste time. I don't feel so bad about skipping back anymore. I'm probably going to just do that. Because there's so much. Now we've got the Palace de Louvre, the Pont d'Arts. Here we got the Atelier de Trouve. There's so much. There's so much. Come in. Are you Monsieur Gustave Trouve? I am, and you are? We're lawyers, sent on behalf of Dr. Falret. We're here to collect a debt that you owe. Time to pay up, monsieur. Oh, mon Dieu, I completely forgot about that. Listen, I'm gonna have to pay. Looks like I don't have quite enough money on hand. What to do? What to do? I know. I have a brand new invention that'll blow the doctor's socks off. Device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field. I made the doctor would prefer hard cash over some gadget. No, trust me. This baby will easily be worth 10,000, no, 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it. Oh, all right then. Hand the device over. I'll pass it along to Dr. Falret straight away. Well, not that simple. The device isn't finished yet. It's not finished? I know exactly what needs to be done, but I'm missing some crucial parts. Perhaps you had some time to spare. You can help me out. Run and collect what I need. What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you're something to do, you should do it yourself. Falcon, please, help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt. All right. No need to get all panicky. We'll help the man out at least. Great, I'll take notes. What is it you need, monsieur? Let's see. I need a copper pot. A pot? As in like a saucepan? What on earth for? It's a component of my invention. I used to build a portable electric battery. You see, when a zinc rod suspended sulfuric acid accompanied by copper surface, current is generated. Saving your subject among them jumbo. One metal pot should be trivial to acquire. One copper pot. Oh, the copper pot is important? Okay, one copper pot. Wonder where we can find one of those. I've seen copper kettles at La Halle's Market, although things aren't too cheap. I can't feel that I saw a copper pot somewhere else. What else? String. High grade string. To bind the components and together. Seems simple enough. I imagine La Halle's Market would have that in abundance. Can you really afford to blow our whole budget of the market, Falcon? Sure, there's a cheaper way to acquire string. Look, I have a loose thermite jacket. Take it. It's much higher quality than that, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade. Oh, I see. Was there anything you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps? No, that's everything. Alright, I've got it all written down. Shopping list added to your evidence folder. What the hell is this? A copper pot and a reel of string. I'm not sure about copper pot, but I know where to find a fishing line. Fill in a column. We haven't collected debt left on a shopping list. Gotta follow through and get Monsieur Trouve's items, right? We'll see. I feel like you gotta do this case like twice just to see everything. Oh, good God, now lay halls cost days. Alright, let's go steal from a fisherman. Alright, person who fishes. Well, if it isn't the rude lawyers. You know, you owe me, big guy. I owe you? Yep, fishing line snapped on a drag out of the water the other day. I had to buy a new reel. That's the way I see it. You owe me 2 francs fishing line, and 1 million francs for saving your life. I don't have 1 million and 2 francs. Really? But you look so bourgeois. Alright, tell you what. 2 francs for the line, we'll call it even. Fine, here's 2 francs. Consider a gift of gratitude for saving my life. Much thanks, monsieur. And why are you here? Why are we here? Oh, right. We have some questions. We also want the line. Just saying. So, caught anything good? Today? Not a kipper. New fishing line's really good, but running a good bait, it's rental uses by itself. That's quite an issue. Hey, Falcon. Fishing line would work as the high-grade string Monsieur Trouve wanted? It just might. Simon Sir Kingly, since you aren't catching anything, would it be possible for us to take that new fishing line off your hands? Sure. What's it worth? Didn't we already go over this fishing line payment business? Yeah, but that was compensation for the old fishing line. But to buy this new one, that's a whole separate matter. Also, I saved your life, remember? I was polite enough not to rub it back in your face. Much. Fine. How much does the new line cost? 10 francs. There's no way that line cost 10 francs. You're right. Cost 1. But a little markup. That's obscene. I guess it is a bit. Tell you what, if you can provide me with some killer bait, I'll give you line for free. Killer bait? Like worms? Sure, worms, sweets, whatever. So what'll be? You have some bait or do you want to pay me the cash? This is gonna waste another day. And I definitely don't have any bait. I'm done playing the stupid run around fetch quest nonsense. Here's 10 francs. Excellent, and here's your line. Fishing line added to your evidence folder. Wait, hold on. Not fishing line or bait. I did nothing to steal through. Oh well, can I have something else? Have you heard of the man called the Croque Monsieur? Man called the Croque Monsieur? Nope, doesn't ring any bells. Strange name though. The name man who stuffed the sandwich named after him. I have absolutely no idea. I can only aspire to have a sandwich named after me one day. Sparrow son. Thick slice of white bread, mayonnaise, cheese, chicken, bacon, slice of sausage, honey glazed ham. Stop. You give us all heart attacks. That's all. I think we're done here. Happy fishing, Monsieur. Bye, Monsieur Fisherman. Hey, you know I hate being called that? So you basically need to go through this like 2 or 3 times in order to figure out what the hell you're doing. And now to figure out where the hell to find a copper pot. Ah, you there. I remember you. You guys can help me out with this little dilemma. What is it, mademoiselle? Which country is better? Great Britain? The answer is America. What? No! Why? Why do you do this to me? Where is the, countries are not inherently better option? I'm gonna have to go with the USA. Because they kicked Britain's derriere in the battlefield, right? Well, sure that, but also they're proving themselves to be a unique and formidable nation. It's remarkable what they have changed in such a short period of time. This is the Revolutionary War time period, you realize. Or sorry, Civil War. This is the Civil War. This is literally the U.S. Civil War period right now. Most countries in Europe saw the U.S. as an irrelevant backwater. They weren't relevant until World War freaking I. Were they up and coming? Yes, but no one took them seriously. This game's gonna be the death of me. And I want to play Victoria 3. How in the world is that gonna go with my level of obsession? Someone slap me with something. You prefer the USA, huh? There's a lot of opportunity there. What's this about, mademoiselle? Well, I'm thinking of taking a trip. A long trip. Everywhere I go in Paris, people are angry and depressed. It's like violence about to break out at any moment. I've saved enough, so I'm gonna get out of here. Follow my dreams, start a new life overseas. Who's gonna look after Chateau Cremier? Well, with the Baron's passing, I was executed. They decided to auction off his estate. I think the Dumas are showing some interest in the household. So I guess they can handle the household duties themselves. The Dumas, you say? Interesting. Anyway, that might be the last time we see each other, so I'll just say... Au revoir, spare son. Au revoir, Monsieur Falcon. Farewell, mademoiselle. I wish you a pleasant voyage. So long, mademoiselle. Don't let those Yanks push you around. Hey, Falcon, I think we forgot something. The rebels. The Croque Monsieur. All that juicy investigation stuff. We're supposed to be asking questions. Oh, right. That completely slipped my mind. It's no matter. Calling this in that tending involved with rebels and armed dealers. She probably knew nothing. I suppose. In any case, she seemed to be the only one with enough sense to escape before the violence starts. Yeah. Was there another French Revolution of the 1840s? Now I'm curious. (1848). Oh, so it's literally the Les Miserables Revolution. The French Revolution of 1848 was a series of events that ended the July monarchy, so 1830 through 1848. So literally, there's the 18-year gap, and led to the creation of the French Second Republic, part of the wave of revolutions in 1848 in Europe.
What other countries had revolutions in 1848? Springtime of Nations, the most widespread revolutionary wave in European history. France in February. Over 50 countries were affected, but with no coordination or cooperation. Widespread distractions, freedom of the press, working class, European potato failure. Most important, in France, the Netherlands, Italy, Austria, and the German Confederation that will eventually become the German Empire. Italian states, France, Germany, Denmark, Schleswig, Habsburg Monarchy, Hungary, and Galicia, Sweden, Switzerland, Greater Poland, Romanian Principalities, Belgium, Ireland, Spain, other European states, other English-speaking countries, and Latin America. Pop culture. No mention of Les Mis. Okay. Yes, I literally took a detour from playing a video game to look up European history. I am a nerd. Alright. Where did I see a copper pot? We could go back there. It's been 3 days, I think, but we're going to go here for this time. Ah, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Monsieur Falcon and Bluebirdington. Sparrowson. Right, Sparrowton. Your Honor, we heard the accident with a flight of stairs. It's good to see you're back on your feet. Flight of stairs? No, I was actually assaulted, if you can believe that. I can believe that. I was just standing by the sea and minding my own business. Next thing I knew, I was on a riverbank, 100 kilometers downstream. That sounds a little familiar. When I awoke, and I went on case of amnesia. I thought I was axolotl accountant. It took 2 weeks for me to return to full mental health. In any case, Your Honor, it's good to see you back and healthy. We must run a couple of questions by you as part of the investigation we're undertaking. By all means, ask away, monsieur. Judge Maxime, have you ever heard of a person called the Crook, monsieur? You're freeing the arms dealer, aren't you? Yes, have you ever convicted him? No. The man is notorious, unfindable, and uncatchable. I don't think any working in law enforcement so much as seen his face. That's crazy. Well, there's no reason we can't be the first to stop him. Right, Falcon? Judge Maxime, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course, tons. You have no idea how many criminals ran about bringing down the government. You know, I was the one in charge of prosecuting the ones behind the June days uprising of 32, right? That was some messy legal work. What about recently? Have anyone talk of anything specific? Well, I'm not attached to the case, but I hear the imposter, Judge Romulus, has some very strange things to say. Cult, anarchy, fire, and gunpowder. The man is not mentally stable. We knew that much already. That's all. Thank you for your time, Your Honor. Anytime, messieurs? So that was a waste of time. So I think we're going to redo this day and only visit the relevant places. So for now, I'm going to just go through things one at a time that seem irrelevant. Why did we come here, Falcon? We don't have a client to defend. I had a thought. When I find criminals, we're talking about the person who deals with them every day. Ah, I get it. You're looking for Quark, the pesky jailer. Where is he? Could be his day off. Maybe we should come back another time. Did you really just waste my entire day with nothing there? Still no sign of Quark. Can't believe it. This jail gets all of our face and we're doing a lure thing. Actually, he's nowhere to be seen. It's a little strange, actually. What do you think happened to him? Maybe he got bored and quit, started his own business, followed his dreams. What did jailers dream of doing? Defending the Tower of London? Well, he fit in well with all the other ravens that worked there. I think we have enough time in this place, so I'm going to cross this place off the map. If Quark isn't here, then he isn't here. Right. How many days do we have left? Can't take forever. Chocolate shop. Welcome, welcome. It's you two again. You remember us? I guess it's no surprise. Of course I remember. You're the messieurs who ask many questions and buy little chocolate. I'm afraid more questions today, Master Hagelslack. Thanks for being patient with us. Uprising, rebellion in Paris recently.
Why, monsieur, there are always rumors of rebellion in Paris. The citizens whisper in the shadows. The bourgeois cower in fear. Yes, Whisper, you personally heard anything specific? No, monsieur. So lots of people have come across any unsavory characters. Of course, one time attacking the mountains of Netherlands and accosted by an overzealous tulip salesman. Either full of Dutch rubles that him and he made a hasty retreat. I can't help but wonder of the legitimacy of Lander's stories. But for some reason, 10 on ranch don't bother me. Let me be more specific. We're looking for a person called the Croque Monsieur. Does that name sound familiar? No, monsieur. I suppose we're done here. Guess let's leave intel about rebellion and chocolate shop. Perhaps I can help you with something else, monsieur? Like what? Well, you may have noticed this is in fact a chocolate shop. I'm much better service chocolate salesman than a rumor monger. Ah, of course. Looking to buy a box of chocolates for a friend. May I have a recommendation? Could it be... Am I the friend Falcon? Is this a gift for me? Certainly, monsieur. Looking for something romantic. I like a heart-shaped confection from Tuscany would suit you. Romantic, you say? I don't feel that way about you, Falcon. But how can I decline such a scrumptious gift? No, that wouldn't work. It would be suitable for any occasion. Perhaps you want this box of 20 creamy chocolate swirls from London. They're very sweet. Nobody can resist. Yes, those are perfect. Take them, Falcon. Take them. For pity's sake, Spousen, why are you being so fidgety? No reason. Then cut it out. It's weird. Things work nicely, Monsieur Hagelstock. How much are they? 5 francs. Perhaps a little steep for some, but I assure you the quality more justifies the price tag. I'll take them. May I have them wrapped? Certainly, monsieur. One more, if you please. The Falcon. What is it? I just want to say, you've been a great friend, inspirational mentor. I've ambushed for you a person, and you do know the chocolates aren't for you, right? Oh. Yeah, I knew that. Good, just making sure. Then who the hell are they for? You're breaking my heart, Falcon. Here you are, monsieur. I'm sure the recipient will enjoy them. Box chocolate after your evidence folder. Thank you very much, monsieur. Thank you for putting up with our endless questions. Heh, it's been my pleasure, monsieur. We bought chocolates. I'm not even sure why. Let's head back here. It's definitely been more than 3 days. Monsieur Birbs, you managed to get some good information, I trust. There's good news, and there's bad news. Let's hear the good news. I found a way to meet the Croque Monsieur. He looks around the Rue des Marmorsets on Friday evenings. The Rue des Marmorsets? Oh, the monkey road by Notre Dame. That seems simple enough, so what's the bad news? Refuse to anyone who does not know a secret password. And at first, unable to procure that particular password. I see, that is a problem. I apologize, I cannot be of more help. It's no problem at all, monsieur. You've given us a fantastic lead. Rue des Marmorsets on Friday. I'll be there. And the task should be too hard to uncover. Just to find someone with loose enough tongue. I shouldn't delay you two any longer. I'm sure you have a lot of investigative work to do. That we do. Thank you for all the help, Monsieur Birbs. So, good to know the Friday. That taught us something. So we have until Friday. So there's no reason to go to Notre Dame until Friday. So what's left? Excuse me, madame. Do you want to talk about the cult of reason? Petty experiment scheme somebody else, bud. I've got a kid to feed. Madame, it's not a pyramid scheme. Madame, take a leaflet at least. What about you, monsieur? We're going to learn about the glorious teachings of Jacques Hebert. Heh, cult is it? Not today, monsieur. I've already been in my fair share of cults. But this cult is different. Member of the cult of reason, huh? Strange. I thought that cult died out back in the old revolution. Hey, Falcon, that person looks like a run-of-the-mill cultist. I can see that, but doesn't his face look familiar to you? He does look familiar. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Shall we get his attention? Uh-oh. He's spotted us. Wait, monsieur. We would like a quick word. Come back, teach about the wonders of cult of reason.
He's gone. I'm not going crazy, right? I think I was splitting image. I think it was spitting image of Judge Romulus, wasn't he? I can't deny the similarity. Then again, there are plenty of wolves in Paris. Maybe there's no link at all. Either way, we have an investigation to conduct. Let's focus on that. Right, where to first? Hey Falcon, isn't that our old friend? You! Oh, never mind. It's just you two. How's the work going, monsieur? Ah, don't ask. I'm trying not to think about it. Endless piles of dog poop and litter. So what do you want? I haven't found any interesting bits of paper today if that's what you're hoping for. Actually, I just want to ask a couple of questions if you have a moment. I have a moment? Just the one, mind? These are the cultists in the Palace de Corcel. Yep, he's been hanging around all week. Today he tried to hand me leaflets, so I told him where to put it. And where would that be? What? Where'd you tell him to put the leaflet? Oh, I see. Never mind. Monsieur Robignon, what do you know about that guy? What's his story? Story? How should I know? He's just a cultist loser. The Louvre attracts these types of crazies all the time. I see. You want something else? Uprising! Yeah, no, but uprising. The uprising is going up! Rebellion, heard rumors, a lot of uneasy people in Paris. What kind of rumors? Nothing specific, just there's a group planning to form a huge protest for the end of February. Might go violent, you're wise, probably fly as soon as possible. So people say, do you plan on leaving? Again, if I wanted to. No thanks to you guys. Any kissing around for the photograph opportunities? Wartime photography? Imagine the possibilities. Seems like easy money. You betcha. Ka-ching! Anyway, you want something else? Not back to work. Grand Gallery. Let's see. Who to question, who to question. Oh dear, see these guys again. Keep together, Eric. Maybe they won't recognize you. Excuse me, monsieur. It's us, the Philistines, remember? Are they talking to me? Yep, definitely talking to me. Okay, deep breaths, Eric. Hi. We have a couple questions if it's no trouble. Oh, it's no trouble. No trouble at all. Uprising! Uprising. You know, people getting angry, being violent over the government, stuff like that. Goodness, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Never mind then. Cultist. Cultist? You mean that cult of reason fellow? Yeah. He accosted me a few days ago. We chatted for a while, not by choice of course, but because I didn't know how to get out of the conversation. Got a little out of hand. He insisted I take a pamphlet. Ooh, there we go. That's useful. Look at this. Be Your Own God. An introductory guide to the Cult of Reason by Jakes Hebert. And he even added his own signature. See? The bottom there? To my new novisted Bud Eric. Happy reading. Best wishes, Sylvius. Green ink too. What a fiendish color choice. The guy was just a slime ball. We're never even close to bestest buddies. At least we now know the cultist's name, Sylvius. Do you want to keep this pamphlet, monsieur? Be my guest. I don't want it. There we go. This is someplace actually worth visiting when I redo this. That's all. Thanks for your time, monsieur. You've been a great help. No trouble. No trouble at all. That's worth it. This room investigating the Poison Rose case, Rice. Why are we back here? I can't help but feel that I saw something here a couple weeks ago. Something that may be of use to us. Really? I'll take a look around. This smell of chocolate, made of copper. Why is that important? Oh, I see. You're thinking about his thing. You want a copper pot. They don't need to do nicely. But museum piece. We couldn't just take it, could we? Couldn't we? I don't know. Could we? We could. You want to be a museum robber, Sparrow? It's been my lifelong dream. Marvelous. Put this urn under your coat. That's not going to fit under my coat. You're already weirdly shaved. No one will see anything out of the ordinary. Hey! Copper urn is sneakily out of the urn puller. This is exciting. What else should we steal? Nothing. We're going to leave before we draw suspicion. How about a painting? Just small one no one will care about. Leave the Mona Lisa. I'm pretty sure it wasn't actually that big a deal at the time. If I remember correctly, Mona Lisa's only that big a deal because it was stolen and rediscovered. It wasn't a big deal until that happened. Area to examine. You think any giant doors. Here's the pillar. Here's Caesar. Why don't we Caesar? Never mind that. We have a job to do. The suitable size made of bronze. They're no good. They're made of iron. Oh, ironic. That's not. No, it's not ironic. No, no pause. Even if it were, yeah, we're good. Can't spend all day robbing Roman artifacts. We all done here? Yep, let's go. Let's make a move. Tuesday. We have today. We can visit the eccentric inventor. I'm betting the chocolates would have been how we, or what we used for bait. Come in. Aw, it's you two. Have you managed to gather all the materials I needed? Yes, monsieur. The sugar copper pot, exactly as described. Here you go. What? What is this? Where'd you get this pot? Looks like it belongs in a museum or something. It was a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but it'll be better asking around to find suitable substitutes. There's a store on the street that sells string and discounted copper pots and the like. I assume you go shopping there. Well, no matter. Kitty would have been finished assembling the device. Ta-da, my proudly present to you. Explorer Extractor Surgical Device. Trademark, patent pending. Looks like a pair of kitchen tongs hooked up to a stewing pot. Agreed, I was expecting something low-tech and, well, bad. Eh. Demonstration's in order. One moment, if you please. Psst, Falcon. Things like junk. This whole fetch quest is a waste of our time. I suspected that man was delusional from the very start. Explain how he's being treated by a mental health professional. Not gonna be done, though. Let's just humor him until we get opportunity to leave. Cut our losses. What about my medical debt? Time for demonstration. Go ahead and start talking blood off, messieurs. Ahem, so we have a piece of regular meat. Imagine if this is a soldier. That means a soldier. An oddly shaped and potentially tasty soldier. Here we have a small piece of iron. Imagine it's a musket ball. Went to the battlefield, not a care in the world, and all of a sudden, bam! Person's been shot. Musket ball's been embedded in the man's flesh. I'm scared, Falcon. He's selling that metal into the meat like a madman. Quick, monsieur, you're a battlefield medic. The soldier's wounded. We have pressures all the time. What do we do? Too late, he's gone. I think your patient's dead on the operating table, monsieur. You just slab of meat now. Use your imagination, messieurs. Imagining a lightly fried in garlic batter. Now I want to go. Now I. Okay, no imagination. Let's bet would offer K for surgery. These scalpel called the bullet. Here, you wonder what's here? Must be a better way. I wasn't. Well, wonder no more. Oh, the Explorer Extractor. Power device. I took over the metal or the meat. Is that thing humming? Is monsieur? We electromagnetic component, the other far to affect a piece of iron. The fibers emits a soft hum. I must say, I'm actually quite impressed, monsieur. The device that can convert metal to meat flesh? That's innovative. Never heard such a thing before. Yeah, but why limit to battlefield surgery? You can repurpose that thing to be some sort of treasure hunting device. That'll make you really rich. Hold your horses, monsieur. Hold your horses. Not done yet. You only see half the device release. Explorer part. Wait to the second part. Extraction. Those sound effects. Those sound effects. I was not expecting. I think I'm exhausted. A little longer. Keep going a little longer. I need to go to bed eventually. I need to keep going a little longer. Did that thing just? Yeah, suck the ball out like pip from a grape, bro. Behold, the urge piece of iron removed simply and precisely from the flesh. So what do you think? Pretty revolutionary, huh? I think to me it looks like a lot of advertising that before. It's practically exploded. I have no idea what to think. Let's see how true of you are a strange and mildly terrifying individual, but I cannot fault the innovation of your device. We must along Dr. Fowler and let him decide its worth. Oh, thank you. I'm sure the good doctor will approve. I'm hungry. Let's pick up some steaks on the way back to the office.
Let's not.
Alright, please tell me that the halls is no longer taking time. My only option is here. But doesn't take time up. There's the rooster who shot the croque monsieur. I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrowson. We're nearly there. Alice, just deal with this letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico. Severin, well, go ahead, Sparrowson. Let's hear it. JJ, if the letter reaches you uninterrupted, it means we're captured or killed by the rebels. What? Last evening, someone gave a tip-off of midnight trade between the rebel and the croque monsieur on Rue de Morsats. And to watch from the shadows, but I know such a mission a dangerous one. Wish me luck. This luck correspond you'll ever hear from me, then it's supposed to end on a positive note. Falcon, you're a good friend, excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all those years. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some sort of setup. It's Severin's handwriting. What if he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. We have to go help him, right? I mean, if that trade was at midnight last night and it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Falcon, pull yourself together. We've got to act fast while there's still time on the clock. Sparrowson. I have a bad feeling in my gut. Well, yeah, me too. This letter is terrifying stuff. No, you don't understand. I know that if Severin isn't already dead now, he will be soon. And there's nothing we can do about it. What are you talking about? You don't know that. I do. I am certain. We've messed up. We've missed something. We overlooked something vital, and now Severin's fate is sealed. You're spreading to feed us nonsense. Come on, Falcon. Let's go visit the room at Morsats. You might find a clue. I got the bad ending, didn't I? Come on, Sparrowson. Keep up. Well, no time for wheezing. A cooker goes lasting around here. There has to be a clue nearby. Right. Besson's stationery. Come for all your writing needs. Whether you need paper, ink, stamps. What are you doing? Stop procrastinating, Falcon. Cooker stuff is at stake. No loitering. I guess we should move on. Be serious, Falcon. There's a pool of blood here. It looks fresh. Cocorico's? I see Jaguar coming toward the tunnel, which leads straight to the Seine. If I had to guess, someone was killed here last night, and their body was hastily disposed of in the river. But I see several sets of bloody footprints too. Some are faint, but they head that way, towards the main road. So he could still be alive? Let's see where the footprints go. Notre Dame Cathedral. Here? The footsteps lead right into Notre Dame? It seems that way. Unbelievable. Where's a friar when you need one? Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where it ends up. Wait a minute, Sparrowson. Should we get the police involved before we go any further? That'd be the smart thing to do. When I want to find a policeman, and I'll go on ahead. Nice try, but I'm not abandoning you. We have no idea what or who could be ahead. Hey, wait up. That will lead straight down to... Man, I'm famished. When's that mouthy pair gonna leave me to do this? I can go get a snack. The trail keeps going. Hey, isn't that concierge gatekeeper? Quack? It's Quirk, you dummies. I know that you're a religious man, monsieur. I'm not. I had a career change. Private security pays much better than regular old jail keeping, you know? Monsieur, we don't have so much time. I'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to the door behind you. We need you to let us pass. Door behind me? Ha! Idiots! It leads straight to the catacombs. You don't want to go there. Catacombs? And besides, just know how to get in doesn't mean I'm going to let you pass.
Got a job to do. I have integrity. I promise to act as guard. That's what I'm doing. You want a bribe, don't you? Bingo. What you got? Must be tiring sitting there all day, all night. Bet you love something to eat. Now that you mention it. What you got? Here you go, monsieur. Ah, yeah, that's the jackpot right there. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So you say, monsieur, can we go in? Oh, yeah, no problem. That's the door behind me. I ain't stopping you. That's the door to the catacombs. That's simple? Yeah, that's simple. What do you expect? A hidden bookcase or something? Go on, go look. Heh, what idiots. Those into a pitch black maze without even a torch. I wonder, will they get lost and starve, or they find the crazy lying girl and get shot? Either way, ain't my problem. Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sparrow find themselves at the top of the stone circus that spirals into the abyss below. Here goes nothing. They begin the descent. I knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrow son. Ah, I think that was the last step. Now just twisted tunnels ahead of us. I should go smoking. If I smoke, we have a match right now and be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits. And I'd probably be calmer. Oh yeah, health benefits, because that's what they thought at the time. Keep it together, Sparrow son. Did I ever look at this? No. There's actually music for once. I know. I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back if you're at a dead end. Ah, good thing. Just like that's the case in the Minotaur. Wait. That's any Minotaurs in here, are there? Head of bull, body of a... Or head of bull, body of a bull, scary stuff. That's not... Actually, never mind. It feels like there's a gap in the wall here. I guess the path branches? I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. The air seems a little more stagnant to the right. Yep, I don't have the password. Because what's today in the calendar? Does it actually say the day? No. Let's take the stagnant path. Let's get more stagnant. The deeper we're traveling tunnels, let's press onwards. The walls feel weird and bumpy. What kind of stone is this? Hit the to use stone, Barrison, but that's not stone. Oh, wait, so what is it? Well, we're in a crypt.
Oh. Oh dear. I thought we'd be dealing with one or two coffins. Not walls of skeletons. Keep it together, Sparrow son. Severin's life is on the line. You're right. I have to stay focused. Oh, looks like the path branches again. Am I just going funky in the darkness, or is there a glimmer of lights coming from the right path? No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side. It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. But that might just mean we're getting closer to an exit, right? Maybe it's all been a wild goose chase. Hush, listen. Voices? Voices. We're getting close. Wait, Falcon, aren't you scared? Terrified. There they are. I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Are you with the police, the royal guards? Speak, bud. Monsieur Beaumont, we've been here all day, all night, and he's simply in talking. He didn't react to coaxing. He didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice. Justice. Heh, that would. Oh, the rooster finally crows. You wanna know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I'm a public prosecutor for Court d'Assises. Well, Sevy, it's been a pleasure, but we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? So without further ado, I have your sentence, you two. Wait a minute, Piero. It's no ordinary spy. Because he's a prosecutor? No. Because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Whoa, you sure? I mispresumed when I saw his smug air of arrogance. He is holier than thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. You remember Bird. Remember the trial of a homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? Jean Beaumont. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. Took a handful of vegetables from a grocer's stand. Not an agreed, but sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man's a thief. This man's a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was filling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his 3rd. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle, in all my days as prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I'm not gonna remember a single bread thief. You rotten conner, we're all just insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves in the street as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota, am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severin Cocorico, you've been tried by the people of Second Republic. We have found you guilty in the count of conspiracy and the murder of Croque Monsieur and the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Oh, have I been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me so you can fill your revenge fantasies, then by all means, shoot me. But don't for a moment this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. Court of justice? Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Fray Remus, read this man his last rites. Hey look, there's your Remus! There's your Remus! So the judge is Romulus and the friar is Remus. With pleasure, madame. Falcon, you have to make a move. Say something. Apparently this choice actually determines the ending you get.
Stay silent moves on to ending A. Speak up moves on to the chance endings B or C, which will result in different things. I'm going to do ending A this time, because ending A is, from looking at the time scale, much shorter. That's 4A. That's why 4A was a thing. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to redo case 3 and get the remaining information, get it all correct this time, and from there, do speak up. Cooker's going to die if you don't say something. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. What? Even less words. Just pull the trigger and be done with it. There's nothing more to see here. Let's go. Falcon? Falcon, stop! The hell are you doing? Where are you going? Look around you, sparrow son. Fat cat bourgeois are getting away with murder. Wolves have infested the courts and churches. Severin Cocorico, perhaps the most righteous person in all of France, is lying dead at the hands of an unruly mob. Justice is dead, sparrow son. It doesn't have to be like that. You could have done something to save Severin. Won't be heroic, badly lawyer so bad? Fine, go be a hero. You don't need my help. The key to the area of your attorney office. Take it. What? What are you? No, stop with the melodrama, Falcon. If we hurry, we'll tell Dr. Voltaire what we saw and the rest of the rebels before they can escape. So do it. You don't need me to hold your hand. And when you see the inspector, make sure to tell him this. The Viridian Killer has returned. The Viridian Killer? I don't understand. Falcon, where are you going? Falcon! End of Act 3. Your game has been saved. Do you wish to continue? Just double checking something. Man, there's a lot more to this game endings than I thought. And apparently in order to actually get every single thing, you need to play through this game at least 3 times, or at least parts of it. But at least I go back and visit previous days, which is nicer than you can give them credit for. And apparently ending 4C may not be in the game yet. Alright. That's enough spoilers. I might think my papa would show it. Let's see. I need some lights, some decorations, and some world-class cuisine. But a rare steak, perhaps? But what to do about music? Ooh, I should ask my papa if he knows any pop stars. Someone cool like Monsieur Liszt. You disgust me. Who said that? It was you, Dame Caroline. It was you who showed me the ugly face of injustice. It was you who taught me that our court system is corrupt to the core. It was you who made me realize that, if a man desires justice, he must bring it about with his own two hands. What's with the mask? Monsieur Falcon, is that you? Falcon is dead. He perished in the graves of the lie under our very feet. You could call me the Viridian Killer. The Viridian? Act 4A. Liberté. What am I supposed to do now? Falcon? Oh, it's you, Inspector. Once you spare son, I must congratulate you. Thanks to your quick actions on Wednesday, we were able to find or apprehend the rebel leader while she still lurked in her den. I was just doing my duty, Inspector. Don't be so modest. Last time I would have done the catacombs so brazenly. You're a hero. But Kokoriko died, and I can't help but feel I could have done something to save him. Kokoriko died an honorable and righteous man. His sacrifice wasn't for nothing. Still, Sparrowson, if you're going to redeem Kokoriko's death in a fitting manner, then I have the perfect gift for you. Here, take it. What's this? It looks like a license to practice law. Does this mean? Correct. In light of extreme circumstances, the king has granted you the power of an interim prosecutor. Legal license added to your evidence folder. Sylvius, cultist St. Louvre. Who is he? Gustave Trouve, eccentric polite man. Leonie Beaumer, the young trigger-happy leader of the rebel uprising. Wow, I'm an officially qualified lawyer and a prosecutor, no less. This is just temporary, you understand? If you prove yourself, who knows? Maybe I could pull some strings to make it permanent. This is amazing, but why have you given me this? I'm glad you ask. We need a prosecutor to lead the case against Leonie Beaumort, the ringleader of the rebel group. Beaumort? The scary-looking lioness? Correct. I'd be honored to take the job. But why aren't you asking one of the other prosecutors? Like, I don't know, Rupert Rabington? Rabington? Ha! I don't trust that klutz to make my teeth little having a case important as this. Sparrowson, you clearly have nerves and brains. I am confident that you're ready to take this on. Nerves, yes. Brains, no. Okay, I'll do it. So, what do I do? Well, your job as prosecutor is to interview Beaumort. We've already beat all the information we can get out of her, but you must read Beaumort her charge to see if you're going to cover any new facts. Right, got it. And what charges would those be? There are 3. First, the murder of Seven Kokoriko. Of course. Second, conspiring to start a rebellion. Makes sense. Third, the murder of Dame Caroline Demois. Right. Wait, what? Oh, you didn't hear the news? On Friday evening, there was an enormous explosion at Chateau Crenier. Only one person inside at the time, Dame Caroline Demois, and she was killed instantly. What was she doing there? I thought Baron Rorgwile in the household. In light of the Baron's death, his property auctioned off. The Demois were the ones to purchase the chateau. We suspect Dame Caroline was touring the hall for the first time when she met her fate. This is surreal. But wait, you arrested Leonie Beaumort Sertomedi, right? That was on Wednesday afternoon. How could she possibly be guilty of committing a crime on Friday evening if she was in custody at the time? Simple. She has a large gang. She didn't plant the explosive herself, but we can be sure that she gave the order. I understand the motive. Did Leonie Beaumort hate Dame Caroline? Come on, Sparrowson. You've got prosecutor powers. You must start thinking like a prosecutor. Right, okay. Beaumont ordered to have Dame Caroline killed because... attack on the bourgeois. A rebel like
Burma would no doubt have a deep hatred of the higher class of society. Even in jail, she wants them dead. That's a good theory. Seems to sound like that's a moral mindset, at least. Anyway, you may also want to see the crime scene for yourself. Chateau Criniere? Yes, just a giant amount of rubble now, but as a prosecutor, you ought to see it with your own eyes. Right, got it. The trial's in 3 days' time. Beaumont's fate is all but guaranteed. Just turn up in the courthouse and you'll be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute, Inspector. About Falcon. You told me you turned cowardly and fled. What of it? Never mind. I'm sorry that your friend ran away, Sparrowson. But try to focus on the case. That's what matters. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna be the best prosecutor Paris has ever seen. A new day. The prison, the ruins. This is the Chateau Criniere? Wow, it's completely destroyed. I think this is where the foyer was. So the main hall must be that big pile of charred rubble over there. Must have been one heck of an explosion. How many gunpowder kegs were used? Aha! A lawyer! Ah! Robinho? Don't sneak up on me like that! Wait, shouldn't you be doing community service at the Louvre? Nope, I've done my time. Now I'm free to follow my passion. Your passion of scaring people? No, bird brain. My passion of wartime photography. See, when I heard the massive explosion last week, I knew we could get some juicy action shots. I was one of the first on the scene. Juicy action shots? Haven't you heard? Photographs of violence, death, and mayhem all make for great photograph opportunities. Classy. Don't judge me. People pay big money for this stuff. Art galleries, newspapers, lawyers. Speaking of which, where's that partner of yours, the big guy? We don't work together anymore. Really? That's unfortunate. I managed to get this great photograph of the event, and I figured if he's attached to the case, he might be interested in it. Hey, I'm working on this case. Show me. You are? Really? Alright then. This is your great photograph? It's blurry. I can't make anything out. Well, yeah, I need at least a 30-second exposure for a good picture. Now, my fault that stupid people move around and ruin it. Look at this blurry picture to me. I can touch it up if you want. Draw over the blur, add some details. No doctoring. Bad Robinho. Jeez, you lawyers are a confusing bunch. Look, this is the only photograph of the event. Do you want it or not? Fine, I'll take it off your hands. Well, I did take this for free. 20 francs. 20 francs for that garbage? 20 francs for this work of art that I could sell to a collector for 10,000 francs. You're rubbing me blind at 20. 10. Nuh-uh. No bartering. 20 or no photograph for you. Alright. Here's your money, you thief. And here's your photograph. It's a pleasure doing business with you, buddy. Blurry photos and add to your evidence folder. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have crime scene to examine. Huh. Yes. This is indeed a big pile of rubble. Since much of military really expect to trawl all the undistracted clues, I'll be here all day and night. Looking for gold and values, forget it. Looters picked the place clean within hours of the explosion. Not here for gold, I'm looking for clues. Sure you are. Well, either way, there's nothing of value here. Can I make a suggestion? From one buddy to another? Try the garden. Garden? The explosion disintegrated the whole front of the house, but the back was pretty much untouched. If there are any clues left, I wager that would be the place to look. Oh, thanks, Robinho. That's a big help. Oh, I was looking for a tip or something. Huh, Robinho was right. This place is practically untouched. It's almost identical to when I was last here. Well, guess it's time to go clue hunting. A little quiet, maybe it's just a little hoarse. Innately beautiful, wouldn't you say, Falcon? This is the dark ending. Spot where Monsieur Greenway was killed. Body punch no longer sticky, but the stain remains. Still running. Wonder who pays for the maintenance costs. Can't see inside the top basin from here. Another mysterious cigar. Look anyway. Refused to get my feet wet. Couldn't hurt to look, I suppose. This thing dangling at the top. So I'd reach without falling in. I did it. It's a scrap of paper. It looks like I've been torn off something. Sparrowson, crayons, endless. It's running a little smudge in the water, but I can still read it. Let's see. Sparrowson, believe in yourself. No way. This message is for me. Did Falcon write this? Did he lose much here because I knew I checked the fountain? But that means... Did Falcon play a part in the explosion at Chateau Criniere? Oh man, so many questions. I shouldn't really stash this away. It might be a key piece of evidence in the trial. Norris walks into a bar. Like the shared people, they can't be trusted. I'm down here. Bye garden, bye fountain, bye horses and creepy cherubs. You're back. Find anything interesting? That's none of your business, buddy. Don't you get snappy, buddy? Well, that's beginning on my way. Good day. Ahem. Yes? Do I receive a tip for generously letting you know such a valuable lead? Sure. Here's a tip. You can quickly remove the skin from potatoes by boiling them in water for a few minutes and dunking them in cold water. That's actually a great tip. Yes, it is. That is a great tip. La Conciergerie. I know, I said I'd be done, but this ending's short, so I'll finish this and then be done for the night. We'll do it properly next week. Hello there. The police officer. You look a little short for interrogation specialist. Oh, no. I'm not a prosecutor or officer. My name is Sparrowson. I'm a prosecutor, see? Totally different. What does that slip say? Interim prosecutor? I know, but get out here alive. But then have to insult me by putting some junior lawyer on my case. Hey, I'm no junior, I'm the real deal. Nice try, I saw the issue down that slip. You're as fresh-faced as they come. Yeah, well, fresh-faced or not, I'm the one in charge of prosecuting you. So first things first. You are Leody Beaumore, are you not? Yeah, that's me. Okay, great, I'm in the right jail cell. That's a good start. Now, Mademoiselle, I have to read your... Don't call me Mademoiselle. Do I look like a child to you? Well, children don't normally lead rebellions, I guess. Anyway, Madame, I have to read your charges. Let's see where to start. You're being charged with the murder of Severin Cocorico, and I know you're up to deck because I saw it with my own eyes. Really? You saw that bird's death? Yep. I was looking in the shadows. I heard your speech. I decided to put the pistol to his head and pull the trigger. I watched your expression. You didn't show a hint of remorse. You really were there. I had no idea we were being watched. I gave you too little credit. I thought you were a law school dork, but now I found out you're some sort of spy. I am like a spy, aren't I? My name is Sparrowson. Sparrowson. Licensed to practice law for the immediate future. My mistake. You're still a dork. Oh, well, at least I'm not a murderer. This schoolyard banter is idiotic. Read me my next charge. You're being charged with conspiring to start a rebellion. I suppose I would be a fool to deny that. But you know, I never wanted violence. I thought maybe if I could do things right, this would be a peaceful rebellion. I find that easy to believe, Madame, if hundreds of weapons weren't found in your catacombs hideout. Blame the wolf and crocodile who pushed me into buying them. Would you like to elaborate on that? Not really. I take the full responsibility for my own actions. Read me the next charge. You're being charged with the murder of Dame Caroline Demois. Who? She's a bourgeois kitten. Small, sickly sweet, flutters eyelash and pulls at your heart when you least expect it. I have no idea who this person is. Well, there's was in Chateau Criniere Friday evening, and Inspector Volerty is confident you were behind it. Last Friday, when I was sitting in this jail cell? Yep, that Friday. I have no idea why the police feel like tacking some random, unrelated charge on my list of crimes. But it makes no difference. Even without that charge, I'm guaranteed to face the guillotine blade, right? Right, or the news that the judge took of guillotines that day. But Madame, I want to do my job right. And part of that involves not prosecuting you for crimes you didn't commit. If there's any way you can prove you weren't involved in the explosion at Chateau Criniere, please tell me now. No, let them charge me. Maybe I'll be taking the fall for some poor sod who doesn't deserve to be punished. That's not how justice works, Madame. Heh, you know nothing of justice. Go on, what's my next charge? Actually, looks like that's everything. Well, Madame, I should see you in court shortly. I'll check at the bottom of the Chateau Criniere business. But in case I advise you to make peace with this world. Wait, it was Sparrowson, wasn't it?
Let me ask you something before you go. Do you resent me for killing your friend? Yeah, I resent you, madam. Severin Cocorico was a good man. He was more than good. He was one of the most virtuous men I've ever met. When you killed him to justify some petty grudge, France became a much darker place. I see to your punished to full extent of the law for each and every one of your horrific crimes. On your guillotine place de Asterlis, then maybe France will reclaim a sliver of the light that you stole. So, Sparrow son, how come you feel about this trial? I'm a little nervous, to be perfectly honest. Ah, don't you worry. A guilty verdict's all but guaranteed. I know. It just scares me my first time presenting a case as a lawyer, not as an assistant. I should get an assistant. Ah, the doors are opening. Alright, settle down, everyone, settle down. Is the prosecution here? Sparrowson present. Prosecution ready, Your Honor. Excellent. Are the jury all present? Same as always. All present and accounted for, Your Honor. And it's my understanding the defense representing themselves today, correct? That's your cue, madame. You can see I'm here. Just skip this pantomime nonsense and convict me already. Now. We have a procedure to follow, madame. Let's do this right. Fine. Yes, I, Leone Beaumaire, am here. Very good. Now, defendant, you're being accused of 3 crimes. Murder of Severin Cocorico, respecting a benevolent prosecutor. A benevolent prosecutor, what a joke of a phrase. Silence, if you please. You're charged with conspiring to incite a rebellion. And we shall have a rebellion. I say silence! Order, order! Third charge is murder of Dame Cataline de Moix. Sure, why not? Your Honor, I've known a defendant guilty of our first, second charges. In fact, I myself bear witness to this murder of Severin Cocorico, can deliver testimony of the events. That won't be necessary, I confess. Silence from the defense, please. Continue, prosecutor. As I was saying, those 2 charges aren't to be contended. In my mind, they're clear as day. But I'd like to address the 3rd charge in this trial session. The bombing of Chateau Criniere, the murder of Dame Cataline. I plead guilty. That's the murder of Dame whoever, but to all 3 charges. Whoever you like, madame. I don't believe you played any part in the attack. You were in jail at the time of the incident. You couldn't possibly have had the means to even issue order to a lackey. To help me uncover the truth, I call investigative officer, Inspector Voltaire to the stand. Inspector Voltaire, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Just what are you playing at, Monsieur Saracen? What am I playing at? This was intended to be a straightforward trial. Why are you dragging this out with needless pedantry? I'm securing justice. Is that what you call this nonsense? Justice? Fine, wasting everyone's time if you ask me. Whatever, let's get this over with. I blah 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 oath. Excellent, on to the questioning. Now, Inspector, why do you believe Monsieur Beaumaire is behind the bombing of the Chateau Criniere? Isn't it obvious? She has a crystal clear motive. Wants a rebellion. By killing a prominent bourgeois figure in a dramatic matter, she stirs up tension between the classes. Motive is all you're going by? Obviously not. I have evidence too. You have evidence that Madame Beaumaire was behind the bombing? Real evidence? You told us before the trial. I think necessary to tell you. How was I to know you'd drag this out? Enough bickering, you two. Inspector, present your evidence. Very well, Your Honor. This is the poster that was found at the crime scene. It was clearly fastened to a pillar around 50 meters where the explosion occurred. You will all burn for your sins. This is a note intended as a declaration of violence, a warning of what's to come. As you can see, the poster with damaging explosion and ensuring fire. The signatures of the bottle are nearly unreadable. Yeah. There's other evidence that 2 names fit in the space perfectly. The names are Fontaine and Piero. Fontaine and Piero, the 2 bar dwellers? I mean, I knew the rebels could have saw them in the catacombs with my own eyes. But do you really think they did this? Of course. No other name fit the gap, and it is far too much of a coincidence for anyone else. It's true. I can't think of any other name that cleanly fit in the gaps. The source of evidence appears to be pretty convincing, prosecutor. Are you doing direct examination? No, Your Honor. No, I'm not. There's no way the press was written by Fontaine and Pierre, and I tend to prove it. You're welcome to try, but make it snappy, Monsieur Sparrowson. Inspector, you say that Fontaine and Pierre made this poster. There are other possibilities. Maybe they had no part in the attack. They have fugitive rebels associated with Madame Beaumont, and their names fit the burn signature. There's another possibility another person was involved, right? You have someone in mind, prosecutor, or just picking a theory? I do have someone in mind. Actually, I have even more than that. I noticed that the person was involved in the Chateau Crier attack. Mr. Voltaire, I found this note in the garden fountain of Chateau Corniere. A note, you say? Let's have a look. Sparrowson, believe in yourself. What is this sentimental rubbish? Some sort of self-help pamphlet? Ignore the concept of note for a moment. Focus on the shape of the paper. The shape? Well, it appears to be a torn corner of paper. Probably ripped from a larger sheet. Wait! This tear! It looks familiar. You see it too. The torn edge of the note matches the torn corner of the poster. What conclusion can we draw from this? I posit the person who wrote the note is the same person who designed and wrote the poster. That's a reasonable claim. But I don't see anything to indicate who wrote this note. It's unsigned. You don't need a signature, Inspector. I know of only one person who would leave a note in a place like that. J.J. Falcon. The Aviary returning himself. I don't want to throw anyone on a horse carriage. Especially this person. Well, in my opinion, the only person who fits is... Mon Dieu, what was that? Explosion. Something came from right outside. No doubt about it. Beaumont, did you arrange this? What? Me? No, I have no idea what's going on. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but well, and in a manner of speaking, how to put this? For pity's sake, spit it out, Monsieur! Fire! There's a big fire! Here in the Palace of Justice? There's the Palace of Justice. The whole island's ablaze. It's crazy. We get out of here right now. Hey, you heard the rabbit? Everyone clear out. Court is adjourned. Not through with you, Beaumont. Spit it out. Are you behind this fire? I told you I have no idea what's going on. Now, can you please undo my shackles? Can I avoid burning to death? We need to go, Inspector. Don't lie to me, Linus. Is this your plan? Is when your lack is trying to break you out? Is this sort of rebellion proper? You're acting ridiculous. I'm telling you that's what's nothing to do with me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? You honestly played no part in the Chateau Crinier incident, and you honestly know nothing about this fire. Seriously, you have to go, Inspector. Right, let's go. Wait, Sparrowson! Undo my shackles. Please. You aren't going to let me aren't going to seriously let me die here, are you? Of course not. Sit tight. I think they keep a specific jail keys around the judge's podium somewhere. Remington is great, yeah. Not a great prosecutor, but a great character. I swear it's around here somewhere. Sparrowson, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for killing that prosecutor. Cocorico. I'd be lying if I said that killing that bird didn't bring me relief. It did. It took a weight off my heart that's been there for years. But I'm starting to think that what I did was... well, it wasn't justice. I don't think it was, at least. Ah! I found the key! Take it. Undo your change and you're free to go. You letting me walk? Yep. You know that I'm going to take this opportunity to flee the country, right? Sounds good. Try Britain. Maybe America? I hear America's nice. Yeah, America would love you. They love violent revolutionaries. Ooh. Why are you doing this? I thought prosecutors were all about punishing the guilty. I don't be a prosecutor, madame. I've only had this job for 4 days, after all. But I do the Cocorico want to call a person burning to death justice, even if that person were guilty. I'm just following his example. You're following Cocorico's example? Was the Cocorico I saw as a child different than the Cocorico I killed? I don't know. I hear people can change. But we don't really have time for that discussion, madame. Because, you know, fiery imminent death and stuff. Right! You lead the way. Actually, I'm being out front, so you might take a back exit. If you were to see us both hanged if you knew what I just did. I understand, and we probably won't meet again, so I suppose this is goodbye. Indeed. Good luck, Madame Beaumont. And to you, Sparrowson, you are a first-rate lawyer. I'm first-rate? Good, you made it out safely. Any problems? Nope, no problems at all. Excellent. Looks like the rabbit was right. Buildings are on fire from riverside to riverside. We need to get off the island right away. Hold on, Inspector. There's something important I need to tell you. Save it! Our safety takes priority. The fastest way to here would be the Rue d'Arcole by Notre Dame. Let's not dawdle, Monsieur Sparrowson. On the streets of the Allée de la Cité, panicked people of all ages and classes scurry away from engulfing fire. American violent revolutionaries is a little too hard this reel. Yeah, I know. That might not have been a very well-timed joke. I apologize. Smoke billows out of the burning buildings, enveloping the sky in a dark cloud. This place is another chaos. Inspector, slow down. I really need to tell you this. It can wait. It really can't. Listen, back in the catacombs, Falcon told me something. I thought he was saying stupid things to get angry and stressed. But then when the Chateau Crenier and said, well, this... I think he might have been telling the truth, and... Cut the preamble, spit it out! Falcon. Told me that he was the Verdian killer. Inspector? Are you okay? Game counted in 2015, though. Yep. That it did. Heh. I knew it. Run along, Sparrowson. Get off the island safety. You aren't coming too? No. I think I'm gonna go arrest the Verdian killer. I've hunted him for 18 years, and I finally have my opportunity. You're gonna arrest Falcon, but you don't know where he is. I do know where he is. The arrogant fils de pute is watching us right now. He is? I don't see him. Like I said, this is my arrest to make, Sparrowson. Run along. Inspector? What do I do now? Such a beautiful view. A perfect place to watch the city burn. Inspector, it's about time. Come on, step out of the shadows. You. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I knew it! You were the one responsible for the bombings of the Dry Revolution. You are the one responsible for the bombings of today. You. You are the Verdian killer. I am. Ha! Such a brazen confession. You knew before Sparrowson told you, didn't you? How long have you known? I've always had my suspicions. A falcon acting as a defense lawyer? Laughable. It is in your nature to be a bird of prey. But it wasn't until Cocorico and I carried out an investigation that my suspicions turned to evidence-based reasoning. You changed your name between 1829 and 1832. Why? Because you wanted to distance yourself from your old identity, that of the Verdian killer. I knew that you had the murderous spirit in you. I knew that, under the right pressure, I could draw that spirit out. So create a perfect scenario. You're a fool, Inspector, but I can't fault your intuition. I suppose you wish to arrest me. Of course, I will arrest you. I will have you tried, and I'll have you executed in the name of justice. Justice. You took as if I'm the only one who stands here as a sinner. You, Inspector, are just as guilty as I am. Ha! I am an upstanding citizen! You were the one responsible for severing Cocorico's death. You were the one who ordered him to undertake a mission that he had no chance of completing. You knew from the moment you sent him to confront the rebels that he would be killed like a street dog. And for what? To anger me? To make me lash out? Well, congratulations. You succeeded. Here I stand as the Verdian killer. Cocorico is dead and Paris is ablaze. Dozens have died so you can fulfill your lust for punishing criminals. I have broken no law. I have done no wrong. You think the law defines right and wrong? That's a disgusting level of naivety. Regardless of what's written in the law books, we are both sinners of the worst kind, Inspector. We both deserve justice. So let us be judged by the way of the ancien regime. Let us settle this through the oldest form of trial known to man. The oldest form of trial. You wish to duel? Indeed, I am sure that you brought a pistol. I brought one of my own. This is a farce. I'm not going to duel you. I'm not going to give you a choice. On the count of 5, I'm going to turn and shoot. You participate, or you can be killed. You really are the monster I expect you to be, Viridian Killer. Count. 1. I'm not sure which side we're on in this case. 2, 3, 4. Heh. You shot early. I knew that you would. You're a damned hypocrite. I misunderstood, but whatever. This is how it ends for us. 2 old birds going up in flame. I can hear the people chanting, liberty, equality, fraternity. The rebellion really has begun. No, this isn't right. I can't leave things like this. Inspector, I have a confession. I am not the Viridian Killer. Yes, I bombed Chateau Criniere. I did it to get revenge on an enemy of mine. And yes, I set the city island on fire to spite you. But the real Viridian Killer, the one who maimed you in the Dry Revolution 18 years ago, that wasn't me. I have no idea who that person is. Did you hear me, Inspector? Oh, you're already gone. Maybe it's for the best that you didn't hear. Truth is overrated anyway. This is it. This is my time to go. Only 2 dots. 1. Not on my watch. Come on your feet. Sparrow's son? Honestly, I feel like I would have liked it better if the story actually ended there. I think I would have liked that better. Because we're going for a happier ending, aren't we? And I kind of feel like the ending being dark would have made more sense. How is he, Doctor? Physically, Falcon's injuries are pretty minor, just some minor burns and superficial gunshot wound. But mentally, I think he'll need a little more time. I see. Don't fret. This hospital is the best mental health care in all of Europe. We'll do everything we can to put him right. Thank you, Doctor. Can I speak to him? Sure, that's no problem at all. I actually took him by a walk for a walk by the river. Maybe that'll do him some good. Hi, Sparrowson. Hi, Falcon. Feeling okay? Yeah. Don't worry. I haven't gone loopy. That's a relief. Come on, let's take a walk. So the rebel uprising was successful. The Prime Minister fled. The King was booted out of the country. France has a new and scary future ahead, doesn't it? Yeah, I suppose so. I hear Justice Maxine granted you a full legal license. Yeah, I'm a real attorney now. Congratulations are in order. You must be proud. I am. Have you decided what kind of lawyer to specialize in? Contract law. Screw that. I'm going to be a public prosecutor, like Cocorico. Prosecutor, huh? I guess everyone's a better role model lawyer than I was, wasn't he? I think I'm going to have small talk, Falcon. There's something serious we need to discuss. Yeah, dark ending. Not that I think everything needs to be grim dark, and not that every ending needs to be black and white, but I feel like in that case, we made horrible choices. And we're going to get away with it. Maybe. We'll see how it ends. The bombings. Only Inspector Volati and I knew you were behind the attacks on Chateau Crinieri in the courthouse. Only he and I know that you're the Viridian killer. So with him gone, it's just me. I see. Do you plan on turning me in? I kind of have to, Falcon. You didn't just commit a couple of petty crimes. You killed people. Innocent people. We can try to pretty much talk about your intent, but at the end of the day, you deserve to stand trial for your crimes. I understand. Don't worry, Sparrowson. I won't resent you, no matter the outcome. I'll try to talk my way into becoming attached to your case. Maybe I'll convince the jury to grant you a little leniency. I appreciate the thought, Sparrowson, but murdering a police officer is a grave offense. For me, it's death by guillotine or death by hanging. There's no point denying the truth, huh? Plus, given the bombing revolution and stuff, yeah, this is a dark topic. Way darker than I expected from a satire of a Phoenix Wright game. This is a way darker game than I was expecting. Not that that's a problem. Yes, it does. This is not a happy time. Sure, again, it was a revolution that ended in overthrowing the monarchy and finally instituting a republic that I think was the one that actually stuck. But the French revolutions were not pretty, and a lot of people died. It was at least better, I guess, than the Spanish Revolution of the 1940s, but that's kind of a low bar. That's kind of a low bar. Let's be real here. The Spanish Civil War in the 1940s is a really low bar to clear for revolutions. History is awful. There's no point denying the truth, huh? You know, you could just go. Make a run for it. I won't be able to catch you. Yeah. It's true. I bet you can make it all the way to Calais. Oh, I get that reference. Yeah, I probably could. But I won't. You don't want to be free? Of course. I want to fly away more than anything. Is there a lower bar? I mean, yes, Nazi Germany, but I feel like that just gets Godwin's law. Some birds need to be kept caged. I don't want to Godwin laws it up, so I went for the more obscure Spanish Civil War. Game by Sketchy Logic. Based on the characters and art of J.J. Granville. I need to learn more about him then. And the compositions of Camille Saint-Saëns. Is J.J. Granville like a character artist? Design program written by Jeremy Naghani. Was a French caricaturist from the 1840s. Died in 1847. So died right before this. Produced by Lyndon Holland. Oh, so the bird wedding. Interesting. Character designs by Fox Smith Ronani. Special thanks to all the patient Kickstarter backers. Got that right. So yeah, J.J. Granville apparently did art in this style, did a lot of animal art. Some of these characters literally look like the characters in the game, I think. Extra thanks to Internet Archive, Open Media Commons. Spanish Civil War had Nazis too. Yes, it did. But at the end of the day, it's a little bit less blatant, I would say, than just outright saying, yeah, the German Revolution that led to the Nazi uprising. I feel like that's a little bit less blatant. You've reached the end of Route A, Liberté. The enemy received a turn by the decision you made in Chapter 3. Striking the trial of catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Thank you for playing Aviary, your attorney. I will. We're not done here. We're not done. February 9th, the trial of Severin Kokoro. So that's a Sunday. Because, yeah, this is January 21st. This is January 21st. Okay, January 6th. 10th. So they all start on Sundays. That's interesting. 16th, 19th, 21st, 24th, and then 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 14th. So on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. case 4B, which it looks like is the longest option, and then 4C, which I've heard is technically the quote-unquote canon ending, aka events happen the way they actually did historically. But it's also apparently the darkest ending, depending on who you talk to. Because apparently the 3 different endings, the one we got was you refuse to get involved. Ending B is you get involved and you win and you get into a trial. Like here it says, the trial of Severin Cocorico. You defend him, and for case B, you win. For case C, you lose. Which apparently you have to do on purpose by just being an idiot. Apparently case 4C was the last one that was added to the game. Apparently it wasn't even available for a while, but it is now. Essentially, next week we should be able to finish the remaining 2, I think. Case 3 went pretty quickly because we were able to skip a lot of it. So if I just restart from the beginning of case 3, I could easily do all the important stuff and get through to case 4A or 4B and 4C. So next week, we finish Aviary Attorney. Thank you everyone for joining. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for the history talk too. I love just I love the fact that I have people in the chat I can just talk history with. That's really fun. Just being able to do that. To be able to say like, hey guys, Spanish Civil War. And I have someone like, yeah, I know what that reference means. This is the 1940s Spanish Civil War. Or, hey guys, the revolution in France in 1848 is a thing. And there's someone to say like, yeah, it was. I love that. I love being able to do that. That's why I do this. Is to be able to just share fun things. Schedule. Saturday is going to be a little different. I'm doing another Mario World collab with Cool Hour. We're doing the race round for charity. So if you want to have some fun, there will be incentives where you can mess with us during the Mario race. Force us to freeze for a few seconds. Force us to screw up and get the wrong exit. Or even just force us to go just jump off a cliff during the speed run. Me or him. So if you like the idea of watching a race where you get to mess with people by donating money to charity, check that out on Saturday. Same time as always. We're starting at the same 8 p.m. Central Time. If that sounds exciting. After that, I'll probably go continue Tooth and Tail. We're far enough along I could possibly beat it on Saturday if I can get past that one stupid mission that keeps kicking my ass. Which I'm looking online, apparently that mission is literally the hardest in the game. Like, is a massive difficulty spike that the rest of the game never even catches up to. So, yeah, no. And then we'll continue Undertale on Monday, and we'll continue probably finish this game on Thursday, Aviary Attorney. And then finally next Saturday, something a little different. It's Halloween, and I have a special game in mind for Halloween. I think should be fun. With that, thank you everyone for joining. Let's see who's live right now that I can raid. Do. Yeah, I haven't raided him in a long time. Let's raid him. Let's raid. Very busy? Yeah, that's unfortunate. I understand, though. Being busy is legitimate, and I don't fault you for it. I will definitely let you know how the races go if you can't make it. And thank you for just showing up. I really do appreciate it. It's always fun to hang out. I understand life happening. Given what I've been, given my schedule lately, I cannot blame anyone for having life happen. That is legitimate. We're gonna raid Juker doing retro because I haven't raided him in a while, and I feel like that'd be fun.
Thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's always a fun time. And if you want to just hang on and just talk outside, I got the Discord, just hang out there. I know some of you already do, so it's always fun. In any case, see you guys on Saturday for the charity event, or on Tuesday for Undertale, or just some point in the future. No pressure. Thank you kindly. See ya.